Okay, hello everybody, welcome. Uh, very important day. In the life cycle of an MBA student, this turns out to be one of the most important days. The official countdown to CAT has started. In this case, the official countdown to CAT 2024. And let me take this opportunity of saying hello and hi and good morning to Sazil and everybody out there.
Good morning, GB, and good morning, everyone. And yeah, I'm excited because it's a milestone event, as I keep saying, right? Because if this doesn't wake you up, I don't think anything else will.
Nothing will. This is it. So just the formalities that you need to do, the modalities that you need to do whenever you're taking a session online. Both of us hope we're visible, we're audible. Both of us hope you're excited, and hopefully there's a little bit of nervousness. Sachin always used to state, Sachin Tendulkar, that the day I realized I wasn't nervous going out to bat, that's when I realized ठीक है अब retire करना है. So I hope वो nervousness है. Important milestone आ रहा है. This is the cutoff. The countdown has started. So just say a hello, hi in the chat box so that we know we're audible, visible, and we can go ahead and kickstart today's session.
So, GB, while they do that,
Yeah,
quickly, let me just remind you that code notification is here. And also, it's 119 days, almost 120 days before CAT. So, like,
ab-
it's less than 4 months now. That's it.
absolutely. It's
Oh,
there. Hey, hi Sanket, how you doing? Hello. Hey Nida. Hi.
Munida.
So Nida, she's there in almost all our sessions. So, she's always there. So hi, good. Yogesh is saying hi.
Yes,
So I,
yes.
I see, yeah, quite a few hello, highs, yeses. So let's officially go ahead and kickstart, guys. Welcome. In this session, we're going to go ahead and cover a lot of things. Officially, as you can see, the notification is out. So obviously, we're going to delve a little deeper into the notification, what it states, what are the important modalities, what are the things that you should keep in mind, what are the important dates that you should look at, and various other things. In addition to that, there's a blockbuster announcement that Cecile and I would be sharing with you today on behalf of the entire CL family. It's a huge announcement, and we don't want to go ahead and divulge a lot of that upfront. We'll talk about it in depth as we go ahead. There's an entire section, in fact, a subsection in today's session devoted completely to that, and that is something that is going to go ahead and help each and every one of you in your preparation and hopefully in your attempt to go ahead and reach that 99 plus percentile and get into that top B school that you're looking at. Uh, Okay, so I see a couple of questions. Arunav saying, "Sir, will the paper pattern remain the same?" I went through the notification diligent UI. In fact, this is a question that has been coming all morning. People are saying, "यार online मिला कहाँ notification?" And I'm like,
और
"See,
और और कुछ कुछ लोग ये भी पूछ रहे हैं कि सर कैट आई एम के वेबसाइट पे जा रहे हैं तो वहां तो कुछ दिख नहीं रहा है
on to
2023
10
दिख रहा है उसको टाइम है
exactly."
आज सिर्फ नोटिफिकेशन आया
And this is a clear cut indicator. Newspaper nahi पढ़ रहे हो. About time you all start reading the newspaper because this is out in the newspaper. And we keep reiterating editorials of newspapers are important. You need to keep that in mind. So this is a good example and a good test for yourself whether you've been reading the newspaper religiously or not. If you've not, you missed this notification. It will be out, as Azil pointed out, very soon on the website as well. So I think without wasting too much time, let's officially go ahead and kickstart the session. Let's get into what the notification states. So before that, some important pointers of what we're going to go ahead and cover in today's discussion. Obviously, the notification, what are the important dates, eligibility and reservation. There's a very important reason why we put it here. हर साल after CAT, after the results are out, a lot of students come out and say, "यार, I am a GEM, hence I did not get this call. I am a this, hence I did not get that call." You know it 4 months into CAT. 4 months into your preparation for CAT, you know exactly what the reservation is. Thereby, you know exactly what percentile you need to be aiming for. So your target score should change. Okay, so if I'm of a particular category, say a gem or something, and I know कि मेरे profile के basis में 99.8 मुझे चाहिए for an ABC, 99.8 is your target. If I am a psychology, sociology honor student, my 10, 12 undergrads has been great. And I know Ahmedabad could call me at a 92, 93 percentile. 94, 95 could be your target. The
जीजे
target is known. Yeah, Ji.
जीबी
Yeah, Cecil.
सॉरी
Yeah.
एक क्विक क्वेश्चन ये आता है यहाँ पे कि हाउ डू आई नो कि मुझे इस इंस्टीट्यूट में जाने के लिए इतना परसेंटाइल चाहिए सो गाइज दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी बीन फेसिंग नो फॉर एवर राइट सो एक प्रोफाइलाइजर जाके चेक कर लो हाँ विल कम टू दिस बट एट द सेम टाइम यू मस्ट दैट्स सेकंड लास्ट पॉइंट देयर राइट बट इस पे हम बात करेंगे बट मेक श्योर दैट यू हैव द डेटा विथ यू कि मुझे इस कॉलेज के लिए इतना परसेंटाइल चाहिए और ये प्रोफाइल पे मेरे लिए ये कॉलेज स्ट्रॉन्ग मैच है. You need to know that before you go on. So the target, like GB already said, the target has to be on the mind. Yeah, GB, sorry.
Absolutely. Yeah, perfect. So yeah, so no excuses once the results are out. कि भैया मेरे को तो इस पे नहीं आया, point 2 miss हो गया. You should know it as of today. Fees and admission process. There has been a slight change even in the CAT fees. So please keep that in mind. It's very very important. What are the different programs that are offered? I'm sure some of you all here might be looking at the fellowship program, which is the PhD program. For that also you might be writing CAT. So just to know कि वो fellowship program अगर है, क्या notification है, what does it state? Then the big announcement that we've been talking about, that Cecile and I will be covering today. And then obviously going ahead and talking about the MBA Profilizer, which we have revamped for this year, which is 2024, basis the admission criteria that has changed for some of the colleges, which has released. For other colleges, if it changes and there is an update that comes up, we'll take that into consideration and keep updating the Profilizer. And finally opening it up for a Q&A. So I hope it's very very clear in terms of what it is that we're going to go ahead and discuss in today's session. So, before we kickstart, I want CCs in the chat box. I want yeses in the chat box. I want the chat box to be buzzing, guys. Come on. Excitement होना चाहिए. Countdown has started. Boring नहीं रखना है session को. Session should be fun. Session should be interactive. And the session should have a lot that you're going to take away from. And you should have a clear-cut strategy of what I'm going to do over the next 4 months. So, come on, keep it.
एक्साइटमेंट होनी चाहिए, पॉजिटिव एक्साइटमेंट तो होगी ही, बट फटी है तो भी पुट इट डाउन. ओके, we'll take it up.
एक्साइटमेंट होना जरूरी है. पॉजिटिव नेगेटिव बाद में बात करेंगे. Cool. Go ahead.
एक्साइटमेंट है तो तुम जिंदा हो ना, अगर एक्साइटमेंट नहीं है तो क्या मतलब है.
Absolutely. And look at the chat box. Now it's buzzing. Go ahead, like the
Yeah.
stream as well. The team has worked really hard. Notification came this morning. They've been up since morning. They've got this session live for you. We are covering everything that there is. So go ahead and show some love to them as well.
धीरज
Dheeraj is
बोल
saying,
रहा है, हाँ सर
yeah,
धक
even
हो
I
रहा है,
got the same. नहीं, language sir अब धक धक हो रेला है.
हो रहा है.
Perfect. Are you from Maharashtra by any chance? But okay.
नहीं, ये
Okay.
डायलॉग है ना, अब
हाँ
अपन
हाँ
अपन को
एकदम.
बहुत धक धक
Yeah,
हो रहा है, वो वाला.
yeah.
सो हाँ, बीच बोल
Perfect.
रहा है ना, फटी पड़ी है, बट एक्साइटमेंट भी है. वेरी नाइस. चलो, सो लेट्स गेट
Lovely.
ऑन टू इट.
Yes, so let's officially start. अब भैया नोटिफिकेशन ऐसा लगता है, फॉर दोज हु नॉट सीन इट, न्यूज़पेपर नहीं आता, न्यूज़पेपर पे हाथ नहीं पड़ा, ऐसा ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट ही है. वी आर स्टिल इन 1960s from a cat notification perspective, but that is what it looks like. The important pointers, in terms of what the notification is, and Sazil, why don't you pick this up?
Yeah. So quickly, this is just a notification. Registration is not started yet. It will start as written here, right? So registration opens on the 1st of August. Expected to open on 1st of August, plus or minus a little bit. So registration open होगा, close हो जाएगा 13 September को. My suggestion to you very strongly is don't wait for 13 September for the registration to close, because in that sometimes students miss out. 12 को याद था, 11 को याद था, 12-13 को भूल गए, and then you go to 14th and suddenly you remember you missed the CAT notification. I'm not joking, many students have come back and told me that they've missed the notification, they missed the registration. So it starts in next 2-3 days, 3 days, right? So make sure that you fill it in the first week. You need not fill it on the first day, because for your support we will also be coming out with a live session, maybe on a 5th or a 6th, if I'm not right, if I'm not wrong, GB.
Yeah,
So 5th और 6th को हम लोग एक वीडियो लेके आएंगे, लाइव वीडियो लेके आएंगे, which is about form filling for CAT. So you may wait for, let's say, 3-4-5 days, but don't wait anymore. Don't wait till September, right? August should be your deadline in that sense. First 15 days, if at all. वो सीरियसनेस भी आएगा. फॉर्म भर दिया है, 2500 रुपए चले गए हैं, अब तो देयर इज नो बैकिंग आउट, राइट? सो दैट इज ऑल्सो अ थिंग. Admit card download, for download will be available on 5th of November. So 5th November to 24th November. This is mentioned in the notification. These dates are absolutely given in the notification. Test date is as expected frozen for 24th November 24. Such a beautiful number. It's 241124. So 241124. Very nice number, right? It is that Gadi number or phone number that you pay extra for. ठीक है. So and final result is expected around second week of January. Generally लास्ट 3 साल का अगर पकड़ के देखें तो 20 दिसंबर से लेके 10 जनवरी के बीच में कभी भी रिजल्ट आता है. पहले भी ऐसे ही होता था, राइट? सो सेकंड वीक यहाँ तो लिखा ही है नोटिफिकेशन में. सो वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट in the second week or maybe a little before, right? That depends on them. So yeah, that's about the dates.
Perfect. Just a couple of pointers, is one is obviously, the admit card, you being able to download it is an important milestone. Reason being, you understand what your slot is. Now, that is very, very important. The exam will be
Yeah.
across three slots, as always. So, admit card is important. Download it on day one. Reason being, over the course of the next, 18 to 20 days, all your mocks should be in the same slot. It takes 21 days for anything to become a habit. I've been reiterating this for a long time. I think cat authorities have taken a note of that. They've given you less than 21 days. Chaate nahi habituated ho. So please ensure that the habit builds in from today. All your mocks starting today should be in these three different slots. You know,
So what
play
GB
around.
is essentially trying to say is कि slots कौन से होते हैं 8:30 12:30 4:30, right? This is where cat conducts its exam. So what you could do is you pick up 8:30 or 12:30 or 4:30 for now for every of your test, and then keep changing it. So let's say if that's possible, if you're
Yeah,
working or something, I understand that you'll have to take it in the night or early in the morning or whatever. That is that apart, right? Try to take it among the three slots and no, change the slots in different tests so that you are habituated, like GB exact use the exact word, habituate hona zaruri hai. And once you have your admit card, then you fix your slot to the slot that your cat is slated to be, right?
absolutely. Absolutely spot on. I think very important. And even for the workers, guys, right? Just ensure you take your mocks on Sundays. If Sunday is an off or Saturday is an off, then Saturday, and then keep interchanging. But I am completely of this opinion ki interchange, be comfortable with all three slots, because you don't want to be in a situation जहाँ मैं उठता रोज 8 बजे हूँ and your cat slot is 8:30 in the morning. उसके लिए उठना पड़ेगा 5:30 बजे. उसका एक हैबिट होना चाहिए. It should be built in. It should not be मैं रोज खाता हूँ 2:30 बजे and your cat slot is 12:30 to 2:30. You don't want such anomalies to come up, so just be comfortable with all of this, build it into your ecosystem. And the second thing, is कि result declaration to second week बोला है. Cat these days थोड़ा खुन्नस निकालते हैं ZAT से. They try and
हाँ,
ensure that the result is out before your ZAT exam. ठीक
जैसे
है?
sometimes one day before that exam, 2 days before that
एकदम
exam ये करता है.
perfect.
So cat
तो
result
ये
निकालेगा to spoil your that,
या
so
सो प्लीज
that's
बी
possible.
अवेयर ऑफ दैट. ठीक है. सो ये हो सकता है. सो जस्ट बी स्लाइटली अवेयर. बीच में आई
Yeah,
थिंक
but
आई थिंक
just
लास्ट
to
ईयर और द
expand
ईयर
this
बिफोर.
this small discussion, like if I quickly expand for a moment, यार बच्चे अगर सही डेट्स नहीं चुनेंगे ना, तो NMAT का रिजल्ट भी will come before CAT, and then
Absolutely.
there'll be a hangover of that. So you have to
Correct.
plan your dates of NMAT and everything so well. We'll come to that. We'll do sessions on that as well, right? कि डेट कैसे पिक करना है NMAT का. I think GB
Perfect.
you did one session on NMAT
Yeah.
already, right?
One session on NMAT is done. Correct. Where we've gone ahead and discussed this. Perfect. Let's move on. Now, this is an RC passage. Let's not delve too much into it, but this is an example of when RC passages come, such three slider RC passages. How do you identify the key points? And this is how you identify the key points. That entire RC passage of 2.5 slides is down to one slide with about 7 points. Okay. So this is an example of what RC is. So I'll pick up probably the left side. Sazil will get into the right side. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about this. Eligibility criteria, I think all of us were already aware of this. This is nothing new. In your undergrads, which means your bachelor's, you should have 50% already overall, all 6 semesters or 8 semesters, depending upon the course you've taken, or 45 if you're from a category which is SC, ST, or PWD. Now, one thing in this is hypothetically, say your last semester ke marks abhi aana baki hai 49.5, or no problem. You can go ahead and apply, put in a 50, and hope that you worked hard कि overall 50 plus आएगा. नहीं आया तो problem है, then your candidature is cancelled. But at this point in time, work hard ensuring that overall 50 plus चले जाए, put a 50 there, and then later on if it's more than 50 you can increase. It's great for you. If it's less than 50, anyways candidature won't be there, so don't worry too much about it. Second, final year students can apply. You know that you will need a completion certificate if you're selected, which means if you get into an IIM, if you get into a top B school, they will say a completion certificate दो कि undergraduate खत्म हो गया, which you will get from your college. You will need to give in July 2025 once your course is starting. Sorry, June 2025 once your course is starting. Second half of June में शुरू होता है, ठीक है? So keep that in mind. Third is professional degree. Please keep this in mind when you'll go ahead and fill the form. There is a particular section where your professional degree, you can input कि अगर मैंने CA किया है या CS किया है या और कुछ अगर मैंने किया है, they point out ICWA, IFAI, all of this along with the percentage that you can mention. So there is scope for you to go ahead and put that in. Don't worry about it. Percentage calculation is very, very important. Now there are two parts to it. Part one is class 10 and class 12. Please keep this in mind. Class 10 and class 12 percentage calculation is taking all subjects into consideration. All subjects mentioned in your mark sheet. Don't turn around and say, sir, ICSC में तो best of 5 होता है, ISC में तो best of 4 होता है. No, all subjects mentioned in your mark sheet have to be taken into consideration for 10 and 12. Please keep this in mind. It will become a problem later on when the interviews are happening and they are cross checking what your percentage was. It'll end up becoming an issue. So take every subject into consideration. Underline this. If you can underline a voice note, underline this, make a note of it. It's very, very important. Okay. Secondly, percentage calculation in your bachelor's, follow your university. So just to give you an example, Delhi University, before a cutoff date, I think it was 2022 ka cutoff date tha. Before that, anybody who's graduated from Delhi University, the conversion factor was jo aapka aaya into 9.5. Okay. Now, post 2022 or something, if the cutoff date is 22, 21 bhi ho sakta hai, 23, I don't remember. Post that, it has become into 10. So you have to know what your university conversion calculation criteria for a GPA to a conversion is. If it's percentage, anyways, go ahead with the percentage. Okay. These are some few things. Over to you, Sazil.
Yeah, quick, before I get into this further, I have a few questions to take, right? So, Kunal, don't worry, we will take questions when, as and when we are in the flow, we cannot do that. So please have patience on this. All right. So 12 science 61.8 profilizer is showing 97.28, but criteria is minimum 80% in 12 science. How? So if I understand right, I think he's talking about percentiles. 97.28 percentile दिख रहा है उसको to crack a certain
Mhm,
college in Profilizer,
mhm.
right? And 80 percentile is the cutoff. Okay, so that is a minimum in the sense, please understand what is a minimum. That means कि उस 80 percentile के नीचे या 80% whatever the criteria talking about, उसके नीचे आपको कॉल नहीं आएगा. So if it's a percentile you're talking about, IIM Ahmedabad also defines कि 80 percentile is required minimum. Now
So
this
that's
means
like
कि 80
eligibility criteria. उसके
ऐसा
नीचे
नहीं
आएगा
है,
आप eligible ही
this
नहीं
means
हो.
80 percentile के नीचे आपको नहीं कॉल आएगा, but 81 होगा तो it is not necessary that the call will come. 99 पे भी you are not sure that the call will come. It may come, it may not come. It may come at 99, 90, it may come at 86 percentile, it may not come at 99.99.
Shubham is
So,
saying, "Arey for IIM Ahmedabad." Arey, we are also talking about IIM
अरे
Ahmedabad.
we are also talking about IIM Ahmedabad. अरे क्या बात कर रहे हो? अरे
So
okay.
just to help everybody understand, ये जो criteria IIMs के website पे होता है ना, that is minimum eligibility criteria. इसका मतलब है इतना तो लाना होगा. Once say there are 100 students who write the exam, 80 students get this minimum eligibility criteria. अब इस 80 में से थोड़े लोग shortlist होंगे. If there are 5 seats, then 5 people will be shortlisted. That's how it goes. It doesn't mean कि ये इतना आ गया तो I'm going to get a call. No, that's minimum eligibility criteria. जैसे to write CAT, you need minimum 50% marks in undergraduation. वैसे ही you need minimum 80 percentile to be considered by IIM Ahmedabad or minimum 70 percentile in a sectional. That's what it means. That's not the cutoff. Yeah.
Right. So, okay. Will IIM Mumbai, one more question we'll take and we can move on. Will IIM Mumbai be there in the list of IIMs that we apply? Yes, definitely. IIM Mumbai is now is an IIM, so yes, it'll be there. Sure. So next, we will go on to the slide again. Verification. IIMs can verify eligibility throughout the process, which means whatever data you're putting out here, आपका 10, 12 का percentage, आपका graduation score or CGP or whatever it is, the professional degree that you're claiming that you're going to get, whatever you mentioned, the years that you put in, the year of completion or whatever, this can be verified by them. And if it is verified and found to be incorrect, straight away your admission will get affected. Okay, so make sure, I think that is what we mean by this point, GB, right? So
Yeah.
verification ke liye, make sure that you enter the right data. In fact, mujhe last year ka yaad hai that I wanted to I did my 10th 12th when about 20 years back. So what I tried to do is I tried to put an approximate percentage, but it wouldn't take that. उसमें exact marks और percentage डालने हैं, which means you'll have to sit down with your 10th 12th graduation का mark sheets and you have to put down the exact score and percentage. I think gets auto calculated. Last year तो यही था, if I remember right, GB, है ना?
Yes.
So verification के लिए it's very important that you have the correct data. Second, minimum eligibility is not equal to shortlist. ये already ने mention किया कि eligibility, किसी ने बोला 50% minimum चाहिए bachelor's में, doesn't mean that at 54 1% you will get a call. No. और ये notification में भी clearly लिखा है. So make sure that you understand this, that this is a minimum requirement, right? You may or may not get calls depending on your CAT percentile, on their requirement of your 10th, 12th, and graduation, or whatever other parameter that may exist, right? So minimum eligibility is not equal to shortlisting. Contact details. Now, contact details में दो तीन चीजें हैं. One is have a phone number that you readily access. Have an email ID that you keep accessing time to time, right? Because data जो आपका intimation है for anything related to CAT or IIMs will come on that, right? Other exams also you keep one email ID and one phone number through the process so that you don't get disturbed. Secondly, please write down, make an Excel sheet or a note of your passwords so that you don't forget them, right? Very important. These few things are
Absolutely.
user ID, password, email ID, phone number. ये चार चीजें वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट है. आई एम श्योर बर्थडे तो आप चेंज नहीं करोगे हर जगह, नहीं तो, तो वो भी मैं बोल देता, राइट? सो अ वैलिड ईमेल आईडी.
Perfect.
I think that's
Yeah.
about it. I think we can move on to the next
Correct.
one.
So
This
we can
is
probably take a couple of questions here, Sazil. Ayush is asking, so what about distance graduation students? So I'm guessing you're doing it through IGNOU or some other such institute. So just look at their criteria. Generally, it is into 10. So just go by that criteria. That's the criteria you will use to go ahead and put your bachelor's marks in. Second is, will IFT be taken through CAT this year? It was the case last year, so we are expecting that that will not change. We're not
unless
expecting a new exam.
IFT announces something
Correct.
else, but oh, होना नहीं चाहिए. It's an effort, right, to go
Correct.
to something and come back. So
Yeah.
we assume that it is going to be CAT only, but let's wait for IFT to say something. If not, it is as it is, right?
करेक्ट. कुणाल is saying, sir, OBC 777 fresher cutoff. Please look at the profilizer. हर बंदे का हम लोग ये नहीं बोल पाएंगे.
और याद भी
You
नहीं.
know, yeah, correct. And Shubham was saying, sir, can you please explain the criteria for IIM Ahmedabad for 10 and 12 science of average 80? Shubham, again, since there are so many colleges, 20 तो IIMs ही है और उसके अलावा और 20 schools, what we'll do is we're going to have a separate series for that itself, where we're going to decode the criteria for each college. So don't worry, wait for that on YouTube. We'll go ahead and talk
Yeah.
about that. Today's session, getting into every college will become slightly difficult. Okay? And don't
And
worry,
today's
in case,
agenda will get pushed out if we take these questions. So we have
correct,
to
and in case
select some
basis
questions.
that we realize that profilizer में एक और element डालने की जरूरत है, डाल देंगे. As simple as that. कोई टेंशन की बात नहीं है. Our objective is to keep improving it. It will keep learning. As simple as that.
अच्छा, बाय द वे प्रथमेश बोल रहा है स्टार्ट प्रेप फ्रॉम टुडे. या भाई आज नहीं करेगा ना, तो अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं वाला फंडा है. गुड गुड
Absolutely.
फॉर
Sir,
ऑल
I
ऑफ
am
यू.
Calcutta will be a paper setter. What could be the changes? हाँ, as of now it seems so. Officially कुछ announce नहीं हुआ, officially announce हो जाएगा. What could be the changes? Well, watch this space for more. We have a lot of sessions coming your way where we are going to go ahead and talk about that. How accurate is the profilizer? Well, I think we put it there as well. We've gotten it, checked by a third party as well. We're
अच्छा.
operating anywhere between a 97.5 to a 98% accuracy, which is I think as
Yeah.
close as we could at this point in time.
We've seen the data is very very close. मुझे ये आई एम कैलकाटा वाला क्वेश्चन एक बार क्विकली पिकअप करना है, बिकॉज ये बार बार
हाँ,
आ रहा है. दो बार आ गया
yes,
ऑलरेडी. आई एम कैलकाटा पेपर सेट करेगा तो क्या होगा? इसलिए इससे पहले आई एम कैलकाटा सेट इट्स पेपर आई थिंक इन 2017 और 2018. एम आई राइट जीबी?
18. Yeah,
18,
18.
राइट? 18 के पहले वो हुआ था 2011 में, which is 13 years behind back, right? 13 years ago there was no
मेरा साल था वो.
in fact,
2011 was my year.
हाँ करेक्ट. एंड 11 हो या 18 हो, द पेपर पैटर्न इज ऑलरेडी नॉट द सेम. पिछले 4 साल से 3 साल से जो पैटर्न चल रहा है 21, 22, 23, 24 इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम व्हाट इट वाज बिफोर 21. सो बेसिकली there is no pattern that you can draw. And मेरा my take here, GB, and you can disagree, that अगर कोई बोलता है ना कि कैलकाटा का पेपर है तो ये होगा, कॉन्ट ऐसा आएगा, DILR में ये होगा, वर्बल इजी हो, whatever, please don't go with that expectation because you will be surprised. हो सकता है कि मैच हो सकता है ना हो, बिकॉज कोई एक तरीका नहीं है. और अगर हम डेटा की बात करें तो डेटा के लिए वी हैव टू लेस डेटा. 2018 एंड 2011 विद अ डिफरेंट कैट पैटर्न इज नॉट डेटा इनफ टू प्रेडिक्ट एनीथिंग. एंड नो वन हैज दैट नो मैजिक वॉन्ड जहां से उनको पता चल जाएगा, बिकॉज जीबी हिमसेल्फ इज फ्रॉम आई एम कैलकाटा. और ऐसे इंफॉर्मेशन बाहर नहीं आती है यार, तो और किसी को तो
Absolutely.
मिलना बहुत ही मुश्किल है. आएगा तो जीबी किसे मिलेगा, वरना नहीं मिलेगा. व्हाट डू यू से?
हाँ हाँ, मतलब लेट्स पुट इट दिस वे. आई थिंक द वे सजील पुट इट इज एब्सोल्युटली स्पॉट ऑन. ऐसे इन्फो बाहर देने का कोई पॉइंट भी नहीं है. That's the whole
Hmm.
point. The only thing that you can do is you can do a little bit of verbal reasoning. Verbal reasoning states that, अगर आप देखोगे तो jurisdiction of the CAT exam this year is in Calcutta. It generally means I am Calcutta is setting. That's all that you need to know. अब I am Calcutta क्या करेगा? We have no idea. For all you know, this year I am Calcutta says नहीं यार, मैथ को इजी कर देते, वर्बल पे खेलते, क्या पता,
हाँ,
मूड पे है,
googly googly, that's a googly, that's the
एकदम,
best they could do.
could be anything. So let's not get
और अगर
into it.
मैथ्स
Let's
इजी हुआ ना, तो एक्चुअली आपके लिए डिफिकल्ट हो
खराब
जाएगा, तो
बात है,
बेसिकली यू, हाँ,
absolutely,
खराब बात है, इट्स नॉट अ गुड थिंग.
totally,
So don't
totally,
expect anything. Don't go expecting anything, and which is why our mocks also represent that कि थोड़े changes आते रहते हैं, कभी कुछ difficult है, कभी कुछ अलग है, कभी कोई
correct,
surprise आ गया. That the reason behind it is a very deliberate one. ठीक है? So anyway,
absolutely.
let's move on.
Cool. Let's move on. Just one last question is, sir, work X is considered till which month? जब फॉर्म खुलेगा उसमें जनरली लिखा होता है, if nothing is mentioned, it is generally till the date which is 31st of July. That's what generally they take it. उसके बाद each IM का जब फॉर्म मिलेगा, they will categorically state कि वहां से क्या है, ठीक है? Okay, let's quickly move on. Again,
Sure.
from a cat reservation perspective, we have another mini RC that comes our way. So that mini RC has to once again be brought down to the important pointers. Uh, Please keep one thing in mind that, once you've entered your category in the cat form, it can't change. आप जो भी mistake in the world बनाना, वैसे तो कुछ नहीं बनाना चाहिए. Ideally, ideal situation is make zero mistakes. The slightly less than ideal is 99.99% accuracy, 0.01 इधर उधर हो जाए. But this particular thing, which is category, you will not be able to change at all. Do not make mistakes. I'm also preempting one thing. Imagine you fill the form, you've made an error and you filled the form and paid money. Now nothing can happen. They allow a period where you can make certain changes, but those changes are limited to very very few things, and it is generally not these big things. Okay, so तब क्या करना चाहिए in that sort of a situation? Create a new email ID and just fill the form again. As simple as that. 2,500 guy, sunk cost. Please keep that in mind. Okay. The important point is, yeah, Cecile, why don't you pick this up in terms of reservation?
Yeah, so this is absolutely evident, but I'll just take you through it quickly. Scheduled caste 15% reserved for SC candidates. So आप अगर scheduled caste में आते हैं, if you have the relevant certificate for it, right? 15% reserved seats for that. 75%, 7.5%, I'm so sorry, is for scheduled tribe, so ST candidates. OBC NC, so the non-creamy layer, right? OBC NC के लिए the rest 27%. So that is what 22 plus 27, almost 50% done right there, right? Then
Yep.
EWS, economically weaker section, is 10%, right? So economically weaker section के लिए आपको एक relevant latest certificate चाहिए होगा, right? So try to get obtain a recent certificate about showing yourself to be from that EWS background, right? And persons with disabilities, so PWD, right? So there's a defined definition of disabilities. For this, you have to go to a hospital, get a medical record for it, medical certificate for it, as required by the RPWD Act. Okay, so this is where you have about, and whatever remains is general category,
Yeah.
right? यहाँ
Just
पे
one
एक
thing in
क्वेश्चन आ
mind,
ही
ये
जाएगा.
सबका क्राइटेरिया जो होता है वो ऑलरेडी वेबसाइट पे आएगा फॉर्म के साथ, कि मैं इसके में फिल करता हूँ कि नहीं, मैं उसमें हूँ कि नहीं, ईडब्ल्यूएस का डेफिनेशन क्या है, कितना
Correct.
फैमिली इनकम होना चाहिए, एवरीथिंग विल बी देयर. डोंट आस्क अस टू स्टेट इट बिकॉज लेट इट कम आउट ऑफिशियली फर्स्ट.
Yeah, because that may, so that may be revised also.
करेक्ट,
Okay, so
करेक्ट.
let's wait for that to come.
बजट में ऑलरेडी बहुत सारी चीजें रिवाइज हो गई है, शायद आईएम्स भी उससे थोड़ा इंस्पिरेशन ले ले. सो हेंस
तो
वी डोंट
यहाँ
वांट
पे
टू गो अहेड एंड स्टेट
एक
एनीथिंग.
एक सवाल हमेशा इस स्टेज पे कुछ लोगों को आ ही जाता है कि हम जनरल कैटेगरी से हैं, ये है वो है. भाई रोना बंद करो, जो है वो है.
एकदम.
ठीक है, जो है
एंड
वो
आज
है, वो
पता
तुम्हारे
है,
हाथ में नहीं है. कंप्लेन करोगे, विक्टिम प्ले करोगे, उसका कोई फायदा नहीं होने वाला एग्जाम में. रादर स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग एंड स्टार्ट वर्किंग ऑन योरसेल्फ. पीरियड.
एब्सोल्युटली.
या सॉरी जी, यू वर सेइंग समथिंग.
Absolutely spot on. I'm saying completely in sync with you. Vatsali. This is what we were stating earlier as well. You know it 4 months getting into cat. Still 120 days to go. Accordingly, turn around and say Virat Kohli mentality. I'm chasing a 99.8. Somebody else might turn around and say I'm chasing a 97. Okay, just know what target to chase. Work according to that. And as GP always states, target should not be percentile. Target should be marks. Marks chase karo. मेरे को 95 चाहिए, मेरे को 85 चाहिए, मेरे को 100 चाहिए. Work towards that. But more on that in all our strategy sessions. Today's funda is not about that. Let's quickly keep moving on. One slight change that has happened this year is fees थोड़ी बढ़ गई है. Last year 2000 था. Your fee. Today this year it's 2500, and if I'm not wrong it was 1200 for SC ST PWD, तो उनका तो बहुत ही कम बढ़ा है, 1200 to 1250 गया है. But that's it, the fee has changed a little. Hence, 2500 is a lot of money, so please be circumspect by filling in forms. Please keep in mind, you will not be required to apply to the IIMs separately. While you're filling the form, एक checkbox आएगा, आप उन IIMs को apply कर दोगे. So for the IIMs you don't need to pay separately, but all other college, IFT, MDI, FMS, ZAT
The
के through apply
non-IIM
करोगे,
colleges.
NM के through apply करोगे, हर जगह you'll have to pay. So generally if you look at this entire season ना, just look at the exams. You're looking at CAT, ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, maybe one or two more, MICA लिख दिया, CUET PG लिख दिया, XGMAT लिख दिया, कुछ भी 4-5 एग्जाम एटलीस्ट लिखोगे. That's easily about 10K just in exams. Then you're going to go ahead and apply to colleges, the non-IIM colleges where you'll pay fee. So you're surely going to invest, and I use this word, it's invest. This is investment. This is your SIP. You're surely going to put in about 20-25,000, but
So,
don't be in a situation where वो 5,000 extra करना पड़े क्योंकि कोई stupidity कर दी. That's the only thing I'm pointing out. Yes,
तो
Azil.
मैं इसी नोट पे आई वांट टू से इट इन अ सॉर्ट ऑफ डिफरेंट वे कि यहाँ फॉर्म फिलिंग में पैसे नहीं बचाना है. यू आर गोइंग टू स्पेंड लैक्स ऑफ रुपीज डूइंग योर एमबीए, राइट? यहाँ आपका 50-60 हजार का खर्चा होगा इन टर्म्स ऑफ कॉलेज फॉर्म्स एंड ये हम बार बार बोलेंगे, अलग जगह बोलेंगे. दिस इज नॉट द प्लेस फॉर इट, बट आई एम जस्ट मेंशनिंग, डोंट ट्राई टू सेव मनी हियर. व्हाइल व्हाट जीबी मेंशन कि आईएम्स का तो यहीं पे कैट फॉर्म में ही टिक करना आ जाएगा, तो आईएम्स आर कवर्ड इन दिस. बट देर आर सम नॉन आईएम कॉलेजेस लाइक जीबी मेंशन जो कैट के थ्रू हैं. एफएमएस है, एमडीआई है, आईएफटी है, some other good big ones, एसपी जैन है,
IMTI,
आईएमटी गाजियाबाद है, सो ऑन, राइट? सो यू सो मेनी कॉलेजेस, इनके लिए अलग फॉर्म भरने पड़ेंगे, आईएम्स के लिए नहीं भरने पड़ेंगे. सो दिस इंक्लूड्स ऑल ऑफ दैट, which brings me to the second point, कि while filling the CAT form it is very important to be careful about what you are ticking. Sometimes what happens is बच्चा ताव में होता है, मैं एबीसी जाऊंगा, मैं रोहतक रांची नहीं भरूंगा, और बाद में हाथ पे जब कुछ नहीं होता ना, तो ऐसा होता है कि यार कर दिया होता, मेरा 1 साल चला गया. अभी के लिए कर दे यार मार्क, मेरे हिसाब से. ऑफ कोर्स यू टेक अ कॉल, यू गाइस नो व्हाट यू वांट, योर टारगेट्स यू नो, बट देयर इज अ थॉट ऑफ हैविंग अ बैकअप कॉलेज आल्सो, जस्ट इन केस. फिर नहीं जाना कन्वर्ट करके, बट
and
मार्क करते टाइम कर दो, बिकॉज अभी तुम्हें नहीं पता कि तुम किस सिचुएशन में हो 4 महीने डाउन.
correct. And not just that, I'll just add on to Sazil's point because it's a very important point. हो सकता है उसके बावजूद you don't go, but a Rohtak or a Ranchi or some other could be a mock interview. You might end up getting a call from an ABC. These are the best form of mock interviews. Actually going,
Absolutely.
sitting in front of the panel, being pressurized, sitting outside for 2 hours, looking others go out, getting your
Yeah.
documents check, input. That's the best form of mock interview.
जी
उसके लिए
जी
कर दो, फ्री का mock interview है.
मुझे थोड़ा सा आई एम गेटिंग अ लिटिल वर्कड अप, आई एम सॉरी. मैं शुभम के मैसेज को रिप्लाई करना चाहता हूँ. धीरज ने भी कुछ पहले बोला था. गाइज मैं ये आखिरी बार बोल रहा हूँ, विल नॉट आंसर दीज क्वेश्चंस इन दिस सेशन गोइंग फॉरवर्ड. आई एम नॉट अ गर्ल, गर्ल्स हैव ऑल द पर्क्स. आई एम एन इंजीनियर, नॉन इंजीनियर्स हैव द पर्क. आई एम अ नॉन इंजीनियर सेइंग इंजीनियर्स हैव द पर्क्स. हर तरफ से तुम खेल रहे हो यार, विक्टिम प्ले करते रहो. तुम्हारा कैट अगर विक्टिम प्ले करोगे तो नहीं होगा लाइफ में.
एक वो
कोई भी
है
सक्सेस, कहीं भी
सेकंड.
सक्सेसफुल होना है तो नहीं होगा अगर तुम विक्टिम प्ले कर रहे हो.
मेरा ना
ठीक
उसमें
है,
एक सेकंड पॉइंट भी
स्टॉप
आ जाता
थिंकिंग
है
दिस.
सजील. वन
हाँ,
सेकंड पॉइंट ऑल्सो, जस्ट टू
या
क्लोज इट अप, देयर इज अ सेकंड पॉइंट. बहुत अच्छा लगता है हमें बोल के विक्टिम प्ले करके कि वाओ ग्रेट नॉन इंजीनियर्स गेट दिस. डू यू रियलाइज इन द इंटरव्यू नॉन इंजीनियर्स फाइंड इट द मोस्ट डिफिकल्ट बिकॉज द एक्सपेक्टेशन फ्रॉम देम इज दे ऑलरेडी नो सो मच अबाउट द फील्ड यू आर अबाउट टू गेट इनटू. वो तो
करेक्ट.
इतना
एंड उल्टा,
ग्रिल करते हैं उनको.
और उल्टा बात करें ना जी भी, तो नॉन इंजीनियर्स को लगता है इंजीनियर्स को फायदा है, जबकि इंजीनियर्स के लिए वो प्रोफाइल
न्यू चीज
स्कोर
है.
में कम हो जाता है. तो इट्स अ
करेक्ट.
लेवल प्लेइंग फील्ड. एट द एंड ऑफ इट, इट इज दे, इवन इफ समवन हैज एन एक्स्ट्रा
एब्सोल्युटली.
पॉइंट गिवन, it is just to make it a level playing field, not to
एग्जैक्टली.
destabilize it, not to make it favorable to someone, but to actually make it, possible for someone to come to a platform. So, and that is not your decision, that is IIM's decision or the institute's decision. So you know, it's not in your control. So all you can do is, yeah, either cry victim or ignore it and start working on yourself.
इतना ही करना है ना. जस्ट स्टार्ट टॉकिंग अबाउट रियान पराग वर्सेस संजू सैमसन. डोंट टॉक अबाउट द इंजीनियर्स वर्सेस नॉन इंजीनियर्स. उस पे टाइम वेस्ट कर लो अगर करना है, इस पे मत करो. इनफ सेड. आई डोंट थिंक वील delve deeper into this. Let's move
This
ahead.
completed. Yeah, let's go on.
Yeah. uh, Yeah, some important pointers in terms of test centers. Not that it's going to make too much of a difference, but the number of test centers has increased. I think it was close to about 155 last year. It's about 170, which means more cities, more places where the exam will be conducted. Hopefully, for few of y'all, lesser travel time. That's an added advantage. So that should be something which is there. Last year, if I'm not wrong, we were allowed to choose up to 6 cities, जिसमें से एक अपने को मिल रहा था.
Right.
When you fill the form, and they were saying, okay, one of these. So keep this in mind. You will not be allowed to choose the city in which you will write the CAT exam. You will only be allowed to choose 5 cities, out of which one will be given to you when the admit card is released. So choose the cities very assiduously. Be very clear about which 4 5 cities I'm giving. They're close by, they're easy to reach. I have family there, so that I can stay there if I go one day earlier. Please keep that in
Sorry,
mind. Yes.
just interjecting. I'm reading the notification right now. It is mentioned here. Candidates will be given the option to select any 5 cities in
Yeah.
order of their preference. So it's mentioned clearly कि
Correct.
5 cities होंगे.
हाँ, वही लिखा है. लास्ट ईयर 6 था, इस ईयर 5, तो एक कम कर दिया है. So
Right.
I think because they've gone from 155 to 170, they've realized probably choice उतनी देने की कम जरूरत नहीं है, हम 5 पे कर देंगे. But important to keep in mind that the choice that you put in, all of those places are easy to reach, because you will end up getting the fifth choice. It's happened with Jijo twice. He's ended up getting the fifth choice, sixth choice, of all the cities he's put in. So it does happen. So do ensure you put a city which is easy to reach, number one. Second, a city where you have friends or family or somebody with whom you can stay. You don't want to spend time at a hotel, get up early in the morning, go to the exam. You don't want to do all of that. If that's possible, try doing that. Okay? The city or center listed on the admit card is the one which is going to be allotted to you eventually. That's the one where you'll take it. Please keep in mind, things could change. वो लोग 5th को एक एडमिट कार्ड निकाल देंगे, 15th को अपडेटेड एडमिट कार्ड निकाल देंगे. होता नहीं है. 99.99% of the time nothing happens. But this is just put in there. You have to put in TNCs. Everybody does. This is IM CAT also going ahead and putting their TNCs कि अगर हमने चेंज किया भाई हमारी है, we are allowed to do it. So ज़्यादा कोई टेंशन नहीं. And finally, do go ahead and ensure that you keep checking the CAT website for the list of the test cities which are there. It will be updated very, very soon, if not already. Sazil, anything you want to add here?
No, I think we're good to go.
Perfect. Yeah, over to you, Sazil.
Okay.
Yeah,
Just a second. I was just trying to answer
sure.
the question. Okay. So let's look at the admission process, right? So okay, very very clearly, let me put this down to two parts. Okay, before I go to this slide, दो parts में तुम्हारा selection है. There's a phase one and there's a phase two. The phase one is what you are preparing for right now, which is CAT. Okay. The phase two is to do with your interview process. So, be it PI or VAT or somewhere it is group discussion and case study and group exercise and group task and so on and so forth. In some colleges, they have extempore as well, like FMS, right? So, we that is a phase two of the preparation. Now, let me tell you quickly, and I'm sorry to use the word that I'm going to use. I always use this. Phase two is your selection process. Phase one is not your selection process. Phase one is actually a rejection process. If you don't like the word rejection, it is okay. It's a screening process. Basically, 3 लाख 2.5 लाख पौने 3 लाख लोग अगर कैट देने वाले हैं, last year 2.88 lakh people wrote CAT, right? Am I right with the number? 2.88,
Absolutely right.
right?
Yeah.
2.88 lakh people wrote the उसको IIM अहमदाबाद या FMS के लिए मैं इंटरव्यू में नहीं बुला सकता है 2.8 lakh people को, right? So it has to be reduced to a 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people who can be interviewed, right? So actually CAT, ZAT, SNAP, NMAT, all these exams are nothing but a rejection process. ओके और स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस, प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस. अच्छा, ये स्क्रीनिंग प्रोसेस में कैट जैट के स्कोर के साथ देयर इज समथिंग दैट माइट बी इंक्लूडेड व्हिच इज अ प्रोफाइल स्कोर, जो हम बात कर चुके हैं कि यू आर फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन कैटेगरी, यू आर फ्रॉम अ सर्टेन academic background, you have a certain work experience, your 10 12 graduation score, blah blah. So ये सब थोड़ा सा मैटर करेगा कुछ कॉलेजेस के लिए, and that will add up with the percentile or the CAT JAT NMAT score to give you a call for GDPI. Okay, so now let's look at this slide, right? So there is an individual IIM criteria. Each IIM has its own eligibility criteria and its own calculation of the profile score, composite score. जो मैंने बोला ना कि कोई बोलता है कि मैं 10th और 12th का ग्रेजुएशन लूंगा, कोई बोलेगा मेरे को 12th फर्क नहीं पड़ता, मैं 10th और ग्रेजुएशन का लूंगा. So that can happen. Someone will say I'll have academic diversity, engineer है या MBBS है या BCom है, फर्क पड़ता. Someone will not. There are some colleges which upfront give us extra point for gender diversity. Every college does consider gender diversity, but they might not, some might not give an upfront point on that. So everyone has a different way of calculating profile score, and hence a different eligibility criteria as well. Acha, even the eligibility criteria changes. For example, percentile मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट हो, या सेक्शनल परसेंटाइल की मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट हो, या इवन आपका 60% है या 50% है या 55% in your graduation, whatever be the eligibility criteria or the selection criteria, right? Every college is different. So please make sure that you understand that there is no one single rule कि ये चाहिए वो नहीं चाहिए. Okay, so there's something in it for you. Find the best that is there for you and get it. Okay, so that's the first part. सेकंड इज योर कैट परफॉर्मेंस. तो कैट तो परफॉर्म करना ही है. अब सर मुझे अपने प्रोफाइल के हिसाब से कितने परसेंटाइल पे मिलेगा, वो आप प्रोफाइलाइजर हम 10 बार बोल चुके हैं, प्रोफाइलाइजर से चेक कर लो, हम आगे ही बात करेंगे. तो प्रोफाइलाइजर से जब चेक कर लोगे तो पता चलेगा कि मेरे को 95 परसेंटाइल पे टॉप आईएम्स में से एक या दो मिल सकते हैं. देन आई मस्ट गेट 95 एटलीस्ट. And the highest IIM that is talking about 99.8, so I should try for 99.8, right? And then you know 99.8 percentile or 97 percentile translates to what score. That becomes your target score, right? So that's how you start working towards your CAT. So CAT performance is the second thing that will come into picture. Then there is additional criteria. I already discussed this कि बाकी प्रोफाइल रिक्वायरमेंट्स की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं. शॉर्टलिस्टिंग प्रोसेस होगा, उसके बाद जीडीपीआई वैट ब्ला ब्ला ब्लू ब्लू, एंड देन कम्स द फाइनल सिलेक्शन बाय मे, मे बी मैक्स जून नेक्स्ट ईयर. वैसे तो मे तक पता चल जाता है. यू विल हैव सम गुड कॉलेज इन योर हैंड बाय जून एंड टू जुलाई और टू अगस्त फर्स्ट वीक यू वुड हैव जॉइंड दैट कॉलेज. सो नेक्स्ट साल में आप लोग पहुंच जाने वाले हो. यू आर वेरी क्लोज टू इट. गिव इट ऑल. ठीक है, दिस इज द एडमिशन प्रोसेस. Yeah, over to you, GB.
Absolutely spot on. I think let's move ahead. So this is a list of the programs that you can look at and you should be applying to. Just keep in mind.
Sorry, I'm so
Yeah.
sorry. एक क्वेश्चन 3-4 लोगों ने पूछ लिया है एफएमएस के बारे में, रिप्लाई भी किया है चैट में. गाइस, एफएमएस का फॉर्म अलग है, एफएमएस का फॉर्म अलग से भरना है. ठीक है, आई एम सो देयर इज अ सेपरेट फॉर्म दैट यू हैव टू फिल अप. दैट्स इट. पीरियड.
Yep. And like with all other top college forms, we'll have a form filling session for that as well once it releases. So hold your horses. Okay, let's quickly move to this. So these will be all the courses that you'll be able to see in the CAT form. So please keep in mind, Ahmedabad के लिए आप PGP apply करोगे. Those who are interested in FABM, which is agribusiness management, please go ahead and apply to FABM as well. Similarly, for Amritsar, Bangalore, Bodh Gaya, Calcutta, Lucknow, all of that. So this is just a holistic list of courses. Please keep in mind PGP, PGDM, MBA, these are core. This is what you should apply for. HRM you should apply for. AGM, ABM you should apply for in Ahmedabad and Lucknow. And in addition to that, if you look at Kohi code, you can apply to LSM, you can apply to PGP Finance specifically, PGP BL separately. Those are predominantly the top courses that you should be looking at. Okay, more on that in the form filling session. I don't want to spend too much time on this.
Just one thing to say on this. So everything said, you can if you are in doubt, fill all the courses. Doesn't matter call आएगा नहीं आएगा, doesn't matter. मैं तो ये बोलता हूँ कि नहीं समझ में आ रहा है सब भर दो. हालांकि एफपीएम है वो फेलोशिप मैनेजमेंट है, पीजीपी जहाँ एक्स आता है वो एग्जीक्यूटिव है, विच इज फॉर 2-3 years एक्सपीरियंस. इतना डिफरेंशिएशन है. बाकी मेरे हिसाब से आई एम अहमदाबाद में आपको एबीएम मिले, एफएबीएम मिले या पीजीपी मिले, मेरे हिसाब से फर्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए. एवरीवन माइट हैव हिज ओन व्यू कि यार मेरे को एबीएम में इंटरेस्ट है तो ही जाऊंगा, कोई बोलेगा आई डोंट केयर, राइट, मुझे आई एम अहमदाबाद मिल रहा है तो जाऊंगा. भर देना यार, अभी तू क्यों दिमाग लगा रहा है. So that's one. Secondly, Mayank Jha had a point which I wanted to quick answer. Hi sir, can you please upload a separate video on colleges other than IIMs? बेटा एक 2-part session series आ रही है in this August month itself, right, which is all about B schools, जिसमें सारे बी स्कूल्स और सारे कोर्सेज एज मच एज पॉसिबल हम कवर करने का ट्राई करेंगे. हमने पिछले साल भी किया था, इस साल भी करेंगे. यू विल, आई थिंक यू विल फाइंड इट ऑन यूट्यूब इफ यू लुक एट इट. लास्ट ईयर वाला इस साल वापस आएगा. Okay, so we'll do a 2-part series. There will be a long 2 hour into 2 times, so there will be a 4 hour kind of a content most probably. So wait for that. आएगा. Keep looking at this space
Yeah,
of career launch on
perfecto.
YouTube.
Perfecto. Similarly, for those who are looking at an FPM, which is a PhD program, these are the IIMs that you can apply to. Once again, let's not spend too much time on this. Form filling में हम इसकी बात करेंगे. Let's quickly move ahead. Few now this is us approaching the time that we've spoken about कि आज बहुत बड़ा reveal आएगा, it will be important to you. But before that, as per us, as per Team CL, as per Sazil, me, everybody here, what are some of the major issues that every aspirant faces while preparing for the CAT exam? And these are some of them that we've gone ahead and written. If you agree with them, great, do point out yes. If you think that there are a few more, do point that out as well if you want to. But okay, irrespective of the issues, we've got you covered. Let's look at what the issues are. So, we'll probably keep alternating between Sazil and me. I'll pick up the first one. How do you ensure you fully understand the fundamental concept of each section? मतलब each section को further breakup करके each topic का मेरे को basic समझ आए, कैसे approach करना है समझ आए, सारे concepts समझ आ जाए, मेरे को clarity हो in terms of what I need to prep and what I don't need to prep for this particular exam and this particular section. As point one. Point two. Yeah, Sazil.
How to identify reliable and relevant study material. So okay, this is a there are 2 3 sections here to this answer. The first one is, I know you, some of you are CL students, you're preparing with CL, some of you might be preparing with some other institute, which is okay, right? Anywhere that you're preparing, right, first of all, stick to a particular thought process. That's the first suggestion. What I mean by stick to a thought process is, बहुत सारे बच्चे हैं ना जीबी, हम ये जानते हैं हर साल, and we deal with these questions कि सर ये मटेरियल कैसा रहेगा, यहाँ से कॉन्ट ले लो, यहाँ से वर्बल, इसकी टेस्ट सीरीज, उसकी टेस्ट सीरीज, 50 चीजें कलेक्ट करेंगे. So I had this discussion with GP के GP Gautam Puri that ये बिजनेस ही कलेक्शन, बच्चे हैं ना प्रिपेयर नहीं करते हैं, कलेक्ट करते हैं. रिसोर्स कलेक्ट करो बस, प्रिपेयर कब करोगे अगर रिसोर्स कलेक्ट ही करते रहोगे तो पहले तो है ना जो हाथ में है उसको लेके प्रेप करो. स्टॉप कलेक्टिंग स्टफ, राइट? इफ यू हैव द बेस्ट मटेरियल इट विल हेल्प समवन एल्स नेक्स्ट ईयर, नॉट यू दिस ईयर. ओके, सो स्टॉप कलेक्टिंग इंफॉर्मेशन, दैट्स सॉरी कलेक्टिंग मटेरियल. जिसको फॉलो कर रहे हो, एक थॉट प्रोसेस, एक गुरु, फॉलो दैट. वन. टू, yes you may look for other help. No, for example YouTube पे ढूंढ रहे हो, इधर ढूंढ रहे हो, उधर ढूंढ रहे हो, वो ढूंढो, that's okay. because मुझे नहीं समझ में आ रहा है एक टॉपिक, तो मैं कहीं और किसी और वीडियो को देखूंगा तो शायद समझ में आ जाए, no problem. Do that. Don't collect material, but do look for help outside, right? Thirdly, understand the philosophy. So for example क्या होता है पता है, even test series में students end up taking multiple test series, right? Then that's all right. अगेन आई से कि एक टेस्ट सीरीज को भी फॉलो करोगे तो चलेगा, बट लोग करते हैं, आई डोंट हैव अ प्रॉब्लम विद दैट. अब टेस्ट सीरीज में कैसा है कि देयर इज अ थॉट प्रोसेस विद व्हिच लेट्स से करियर लॉन्चर टेक्स अ स्टूडेंट थ्रू अ जर्नी, राइट? समवन एल्स माइट बी टेकिंग थ्रू समवन थ्रू अ जर्नी इन अ डिफरेंट वे. Everyone has a philosophy, right? We have our philosophy. So for example, if I am planning to take a student through an experience, a journey, जहां पे वो एक कोई डिफिकल्ट टेस्ट भी देखेगा, एक इजी टेस्ट भी देखेगा, अगर वो बहुत डिफिकल्ट में अटक गया है तो नेक्स्ट में मैं उसको लाइटन अप भी कर दूंगा. वी विल मिक्स अप गुड. सो फॉर एग्जांपल लास्ट ईयर, राइट, वर्बल में आरसी के अलावा देयर वर 4 क्वेश्चन टाइप्स, राइट? पैरा जंबल, पैरा समरी, पैरा कंप्लीशन एंड आउट ऑफ कॉन्टेक्स्ट क्वेश्चंस. 4 kind of question types. जो उसके पिछले 2 साल में it was not like that. It was only 3 question types of the 4, right? अब जब हमने CDC 13 के अंदर जीबी लास्ट ईयर, जब हमने 4 क्वेश्चन टाइप्स डाल दिए थे, तो बच्चे हल्ला कर दिए कि यार क्या कर रहे हो, लास्ट ईयर तो 3 ही थे, आपने 4 कैसे डाल दिए? अरे हम सोच रहे हैं कि ये हो सकता है, we gave you an F, and that actually happened. Our prophecy sort of came true, right? So we do these experiments. ये 2 साल से हो रहा है. लास्ट टू लास्ट ईयर भी ऐसी चीज हुई थी, राइट? सो यू हैव टू गो थ्रू अ पर्टिकुलर थॉट प्रोसेस. सो रिलायबल रेलेवेंट स्टडी मटेरियल, मैं तो बोलूंगा सीएल का है ही. अगर कोई और भी फॉलो कर रहे हो, फॉलो करो, टेक हेल्प फ्रॉम अदर्स, बट डोंट गो अराउंड लुकिंग सो मच दैट यू डोंट हैव टाइम टू प्रिपेयर. यू आर ओवरवेल्म्ड बाय व्हाट यू हैव इन हैंड, कि तुम कुछ कर ही ना पाओ. ऐसा नहीं करना है, राइट? जीबी, if in case you want to add something, yeah.
Yeah, perfect, spot on. Before moving to the next one, since there are 2 3 messages on DILR thousands, I just want to pick that up because it's come here. So guys, DILR 1000 has officially
Tomorrow,
started. You can enroll in it. The first phase, absolutely right, the
yeah.
first phase goes live tomorrow, which is on the 29th of July, roughly at around 12 noon or 1 p.m, roughly at that, in that time range. Lunch खा के जाना, आपके माई जोन पे आपको सारे फर्स्ट फेज की वीडियोस दिखेगी प्री पोस्ट टेस्ट के साथ. So you'll be able to go ahead and delve deeper into it. So for more details of that, the link for the YouTube session that took place regarding the intro of DLR 1000 has been put by the team in the chat box. Go ahead, have a look at it. That's point one. Second, those of you who already enrolled in it and purchased it, don't worry, you'll be added to the Telegram group, or will get the link to the Telegram group on your MyZone by tomorrow. So you'll be able to go ahead and join the group. So I hope
I am
that
so
goes ahead and
excited,
answers that.
so excited about it tomorrow.
Perfecto. That's great.
आज
So
हम एक
is there
अनाउंसमेंट कर रहे हैं, कल हम DILR कर रहे हैं. मजा आएगा.
अभी तो
There's a lot of things
काउंट
happening.
countdown में there's a lot happening, right? There's a
हाँ, हाँ.
lot that's in store. So is there any possibility of change in pattern? Doesn't look like that at this point in time,
एक
and we
सेकेंड
won't even
यहाँ पे
want to tell.
आई विल टेक वन
Yeah,
30 seconds here. मुन्ना भैया इज ऑल्सो वन ऑफ द वेरी रेगुलर ones
yeah,
in at our channel. So basically चेंज कोई मेजर चेंजेस नहीं होंगे. फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग 2009 के बाद, राइट, सो 2010 ऑनवर्ड्स, आई थिंक 2 ही 3 बार ऐसा हुआ है कि जहां पेपर पैटर्न ही बड़े से चेंज हो गया, और मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स वो अनाउंस्ड था, बता दिया गया था कि ये चेंज होगा, क्वेश्चन इतने ऐसे इतने हो जाएंगे, राइट. बड़े चेंजेस सरप्राइज के तौर पे नहीं आते. वन, आएंगे तो वो अनाउंस्ड होंगे. अब तक अनाउंस नहीं हुआ नोटिफिकेशन के साथ, चांसेस कम ही है. टू, थर्ड, छोटे मोटे चेंजेस या छोटे मोटे सरप्राइजेस बिल्कुल एक्सपेक्ट करना. कोई क्वेश्चन टाइप नया आ गया, कोई क्वेश्चन टाइप निकल गया, छोटे मोटे, या डिफिकल्टी लेवल ऊपर नीचे हो गया, वो तो छोटा मोटा है, वो तो एक्सपेक्टेड ही है. ठीक है. सो दैट्स माय कंप्लीट आंसर टू दैट.
yeah. Totally in sync. But going back to the bigger question, overall, if you look at it in terms of paper pattern, don't expect a lot of changes. I think they've hit a sweet spot and they've realized it, which is why you can see कि 3 slot बोला है. 3 slot बोला है तो 2 घंटे का ही होगा. 3 slot 3 घंटे का नहीं होने वाला. 2 घंटे बोला है तो more or less paper pattern will be the same. But
Hmm.
let's not get into conjecture. Officially release हो जाएगा, tension नहीं. One last question before we move on. Devanshi Singh, what is DLR 1000? I hope you heard of VARC 1000. It's very similar to that, which means if you feel that you need an additional help in DLR, and this is specifically for those who've not enrolled in a course or who've enrolled in some sort of a course where they feel DLR पे मेरे को उतना फोकस नहीं मिल रहा है, या मेरी
मैं
प्रेपरेशन उतनी
वीक
अच्छी
हूँ.
नहीं है, या मेरे
हाँ.
कॉन्सेप्ट्स उतने क्लियर नहीं है, मैं थोड़ा वीक हूँ उस पर्टिकुलर सेक्शन में. This is something that is going to go ahead and give you a fillip in your preparation. It is broken down the entire DILR so-called syllabus कुछ होता नहीं, but the entire so-called syllabus into smaller portions, into modules, and within those modules into topics, and within those topics into subtopics, and thereby each of those topics is further broken up into concepts and the ideal methodology of going ahead and solving those sets, almost an algorithmic approach to each specific topic that is there. In addition to that, there are pre video tests, there is post video test, there are module tests, there are overall tests, and there's going to be a Telegram group. One thing I'm going to make clear, वीडियोस खाली जो है वही रहेंगे. हर चीज का, हर सेक्शनल टेस्ट का आके मत बोलना वीडियो चाहिए. अगर वो है, इफ यू आर फीलिंग की स्पून फीडिंग होगी, इट्स नॉट स्पून फीडिंग. इट्स एन आइडियल कोर्स फॉर एनीबॉडी हु हिमसेल्फ और हरसेल्फ वांट्स टू प्रेप हार्ड एज वेल. If you prep hard, this is going to be a great companion that will ensure you get to a 95, 99 plus.
ओके. सिंस वी हैव
Yeah,
ओपन द फ्लड गेट्स ना, मैं ये भी आदित्य का आंसर भी क्वेश्चन भी
yeah.
आंसर कर लेता हूँ. व्हेन विल QA 1000 लॉन्च? इट इज एक्सपेक्टेड टू लॉन्च बाय और अराउंड 15th of August. मेरा टेक है कि 15th August हो जाएगा, बट प्लस और माइनस अ फ्यू डेज यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट. सो इट इज कमिंग सून. या.
As simple as that. Perfect. Let's keep moving on. Okay. Next one, how to get access to variety of practice question sectional tests. Now this is something that there are various kinds of students. One kind of student who wrote CAT last year, scored a 95 97, इस year सोच रहा है मैं self prep कर लूंगा. मैं self prep करूंगा तो मेरे को बस थोड़े resources चाहिए, उसके अलावा I'll just write mocks. Great, good methodology. But when you look for resources, you don't know which resources to look at. There are a lot of resources out there. Which one to depend on, which one not to depend on. So you are generally looking at, what is there one particular space, one particular place where I can get a variety of questions and topics to practice from. So this could be another question that is up in your mind for people who are prepping on their own. For people who are not prepping, already enrolled, you will anyways be getting a variety of questions, right? So you'll go ahead and get that. Aditya, more on QA 1000 when we launch QA 1000. Okay, at this point in time, DILR 1000 is launched, VRC 1000 is launched. Exact faculty on QA 1000 will be divulged when QA 1000 launches. Okay. Okay. Next, how to get your hands on PYQPs. So,
वेरी इजी.
yeah, matlab, come on, this is an easy question. We don't even need
तो
to delve into it. You know कि एक आता है.
एक 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 आंसर तो जो
Please.
सीएल स्टूडेंट्स हैं, सीएल स्टूडेंट्स को तो पता है कि वो अपने उनके माई जोन में, द
I
स्टूडेंट पोर्टल दैट्स कॉल्ड माई जोन, राइट, वो माई जोन में सारे पेपर्स अवेलेबल है 2017 से लेके 2023 तक, राइट, ऑल स्लॉट्स. So you might have a lot of papers. I don't even remember the number right now. About those students who are not at CL, I think we should hold on for 2 more minutes
Oh
and
yes.
then tell them where they can find it,
Absolutely. Yeah.
because वो
Next
big
point.
reveal में है ना?
Yeah, Cecil. Yeah. Next point.
How do you keep track of important notifications, exam dates, and cutoffs? How do you keep track? So, two, three things. One is you should be very diligent. Make a notebook or in the somewhere a diary or an Excel sheet जहाँ पे तुम सारी चीजें डाल रखो. अभी से इट्स अ गुड आइडिया कि मैं बोर हो रहा हूँ, रात को 2 बजे हैं, आई एम गेटिंग बोर्ड, लेट मी चेक आउट लास्ट ईयर क्या हुआ था, एंड टेक आउट लास्ट ईयर्स डेट. कहीं पर तुमको कंसोलिडेट में मिल जाएगा, राइट? जस्ट टेक आउट दोस डेट्स एंड राइट देम डाउन. Secondly, be very vigilant about our information that we are sharing on Telegram, on YouTube, on MyZone. MyZone की में अब स्टूडेंट्स, सो सीएल स्टूडेंट्स को राइट साइड पे एक सेक्शन है, पता है, अपडेट्स, राइट, अनाउंसमेंट्स एंड अपडेट्स. उस पे अनाउंसमेंट्स आते रहते हैं. वन, टू, टेलीग्राम पे अपडेट्स आते रहते हैं. फॉर दोज हु आर नॉट सीएल स्टूडेंट्स ऑल्सो देयर इज एन ओपन टेलीग्राम चैनल जिस पे भी अपडेट्स आते रहते हैं. सो यू शुड ज्वाइन द ओपन टेलीग्राम चैनल. यूट्यूब पे ये सेशंस होंगे, वहां पे भी बातें होती रहेंगी. we'll have relevant sessions for that also. So बड़े बड़े न्यूज तो हम लोग शेयर कर ही देंगे, ठीक है. बाकी का आपको भी थोड़ा ट्रैकिंग करना पड़ेगा. थर्ड, आई विल ट्राई एंड मेक श्योर दैट द टीम प्रिपेयर्स अ लिस्ट विथ डेट्स. अभी लिस्ट है कॉलेजेस का, बट डेट्स है कि नहीं आई एम नॉट श्योर. सो आई चेक इफ देयर आर डेट्स ऑल्सो. वी कैन कंपाइल लास्ट ईयर्स डेट्स and put it up on MyZone or whatever, right? So that students can have a easy access. So I think these are the things we can do. Apart from the dates, cutoffs and everything is already there. It's all available. Just make sure
Perfect.
that you go through it. Yeah.
Perfect. So
जी
couple
भी
of
हमें
things
message.
that I yeah, couple of things that I wanted to keep in mind is this section is about the queries that go on in your mind, okay? And the answer to all of those queries is in the section and the reveal that we're going to talk about. So all of you are
Yeah.
worried, how do I keep track? Well, we are giving you an answer to that. The answer is coming, okay? You'll be able to track all of this in one particular place where you'll get access to every single thing. Another question is how to simulate exam like conditions during mock tests. Again, the answer to that is coming. So these are just the questions that might be going on in your mind at this point in time. What's the best time to prepare for PYQPs? Well, the best time was on day one because it's good to take at least one paper of a previous year, one previous year paper to understand where I am vis-a-vis what the CAT exam is, and then take it subsequently in between. According to me, considering you're hitting August already, you can surely go ahead and start looking at it, at least 2 to 3 of them every month. Saurabh, you're talking about resources. Resources, the answer to that will come up in the reveal that we're going to go ahead and talk about. Okay? How to effectively analyze mock test performance, identify strength, weakness. Well, one is follow a YT channel where we go ahead and discuss CDC Pro and we discuss the analysis of every exam. I think nice place to plug in the open mock probably, Sazil.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Uh, yeah, for all of you, I hope you know that already CL के बहुत सारे mocks शुरू हो चुके हैं, right? There is one more mock coming up on the 3rd August. So this was planned exactly कि notification आएगा और 3rd August को हम एक open all India mock करेंगे, right? So it is called a CDC. That countdown cat is a series, test series of CL that we call it. So we have an open CDC, open mock on 3rd of August. So make sure you register for it, right? हर मॉक के बाद there is a like GB already mentioned, there's an in-depth analysis that we do on YouTube also, but there's also our analysis that you can do at your end, and that's a very in-depth analysis. चाहे वो booster analysis ho, and there are a lot of different time performance analysis ho, various different things that you can go through. In fact, after the test, there is also a possibility of solving the question again. कि यार ये उधर नहीं हुआ पर इधर हो रहा है क्या मुझसे बाद में. So there's a good amount of things that you can do after the test also. You should do. Actually, टेस्ट देने का सेंस तभी है अगर आप एनालाइज करने वाले हो,
Analyze.
वरना आप 50 टेस्ट दे दोगे कोई फायदा नहीं है. So one is test is important, but second is analyzing the test is important, and that is where CL has humongous resources and videos and things that happen. For example, the test that you will see on the 3rd, you will have GP ka funda there. you will have live analysis that will happen, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot of things that happen around a mock. Minimum mocks we should take is what Akash is asking. यार minimum mocks मेरे हिसाब से not less than 20 on a realistic sense. 20 से कम तो नहीं ही देने चाहिए. ठीक है, इसलिए हमने 30 रखे हैं for that matter. Right, students
Perfect.
generally take up, on average they take up 10 to 15 tests, but मैंने जब analysis किया, and the higher percentile students, GB, this is what we discussed, कि higher percentile जिसका जो successful students का जब analysis किया, the average came to 15 to 20.
Oh,
और across का
interesting.
analysis किया, the
Lower.
successful ones and the ones who got lesser percentile, तो average came to 10 to 15. So the more there is a correlation of taking more mocks to getting a higher score. That is what
Perfect. Got it.
works.
So let's take a couple of questions. Sir, general non-engineer female 867. How much percentile required for IIM Mumbai? Well, check the Profilizer. It will give you the answer. As I said, we can't pick up every person ka, profile and start answering it. 50th in 10, 47 in 12 दे सकता हूँ. बोला हुआ है कि 50 चाहिए, in your 10 and 12. So please keep that in mind. How much time should we give on mock analysis? We've discussed this. 2-hour paper, at least 4 hours, ideally 6 hours. CAT और CUET for TIS, CUET PG चल रहा है लास्ट 2 साल से, लास्ट 1 साल से, so we're expecting कि सेम रहेगा. चेंज हुआ हो, अगर if there is a change, it will be announced. We can
Will be
only go by
announced.
what we know at this point in time. ठीक है. Is DILR 1000 free for CL student? DILR 1000 is not free for anybody. If you're enrolled in a classroom or an online classes, you might not even need it. If you feel कि
Hmm.
मेरे को कुछ additional चाहिए, then take. No, we're not even saying you need it. It's your call. You have to decide whether I take. It's a standalone product in itself. This is predominantly for students preparing via test series, thinking of self prep, enrolled somewhere else, thinking that I need some more additional help in DILR or in VARC, depending on that. So it's for that. You have to take a call whether it's needed or not. It's not free for anybody. Okay. BCA comes under non-engineering. Yes, you can go ahead and check the IIM Ahmedabad website as well. As I told you, AC1, AC2, AC3, AC4, AC5 जो IIM Ahmedabad ने define किया, हम लोग ने वो same criteria लिया है. Okay, that's about it. I think we've taken all of them very, very quickly.
Yeah,
What
let's
are the...
move on because we have to come to the main point.
Yep.
One more important
Few more
point.
questions. How to manage time effectively? This is a question. This will also be answered. Oops. Yeah. How to find reliable online forums or platforms for peer learning? I think this is one of the most important things, especially for people doing self prep, people who written CAT last year, did well, thinking इस time मेरे को बस additional थोड़ी सी help चाहिए, test series चाहिए and all. तो कौन से वो reliable forums हो सकते हैं, platforms हो सकते हैं जहाँ मैं peer to peer learning कर सकता हूँ, मेरे को proper अच्छी
GB,
videos मिल सकती है, मेरे basics clear हो सकते हैं. या सजील.
I want to just add कि guys, बता रहा हूँ आपको कि लास्ट 2-3 साल में ये नया ट्रेंड ऑफ too many people preparing on their own, right, has started off. Right, in my opinion, there's nothing right or wrong about anything in the world. No, that's my take. कि सही गलत कुछ नहीं होता, हर एक का अपना तरीका होता है. So self prep होता है नहीं होता है, I have no answer to that. Of course, those who need support, those who need disciplined preparation might go for a structured preparation. Those who think that no, I'm disciplined enough, I have some base and I want to try on my own, can also try on their own, right? So there's nothing right or wrong here. But what is happening with the people who want to do a self prep is, again, they get into this circle of collecting material, looking for material, hunting for videos on YouTube. No, they are in this circle. So what we are about to talk about, and this is just a slight hint, is a solution for these people, right?
Perfect.
So those
Absolutely
of you
spot
who are preparing, going to plan for self prep, and those of you who are preparing with some other institute but are not so much satisfied, right? और भी मटेरियल चाहिए, और भी देखना है, मैं यूट्यूब ढूंढता रहता हूँ, बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन मिल जाए, right? Something is coming up for you. So GB.
Yep. So let's officially get into that. I hope everybody is ready. If you're excited about what it is, how a lot of your problems will be solved. If especially you're a self prep student. In case you're already enrolled somewhere, most of your problems should hopefully already be getting solved. That's the hope for all of us. If you still think you need some help, go ahead, look at specific courses that you can do. But for those of you self prep, you're looking at one source where I can get a lot of things. This is it. Sazil and me and the entire team CL, we want to take this opportunity of launching a portal called OpenCat. This is an entire section on your MyZone. It's a portal which is going to be available to each and everybody here, which is an open cat portal. Now what it brings to you is, think of it as the name suggests, open cat. The cat preparation is open to everybody. It's available. What we've gone ahead and done is we've looked at, our last 4, 5, 6, 8 years of video content that we've put out there for students to prep, and we've picked up handful of those videos which are going to formulate the basis of your preparation. The basics. We're not saying ye kar liya to 100 percentile, not at all. Ye kar liya to guaranteed call, not at all. But it is
Yeah.
at least going to give you a very good flavor of what cat is, what you can expect in cat, your preparation for cat kickstarting. Okay, we've gone ahead and put that all of it in one platform free of cost for you all. So those who are looking at self prep, if you're looking at one source जहाँ पे जाके मेरे को बहुत कुछ मिलेगा, video perspective, content perspective, topic test perspective, sectional test perspective, PYQP perspective, मतलब और कौन सा perspective चाहिए मुझे पता नहीं, पर सारे perspectives को मिला के अगर एक जगह आपको चाहिए, this is where you get it.
So, by the way, CL students who are not at CL, registered with CL or enrolled with CL, all of you can benefit from OpenCat. Yeah, OpenCat is a thought that comes, from those words like open source softwares होते हैं, Open AI का Chat GPT है. So OpenCat is on those lines. It is open for all. Anyone and everyone can use it, and they can find relevant curated material. Curated मतलब क्या? कि पास्ट आर्काइवल वीडियोस में से चुन चुन के क्यूरेट किया है व्हाट इज यूजफुल टू अ स्टूडेंट, और इतना कर लेगा तो यार कुछ तो हो ही जाएगा, मतलब कुछ तो बेसिक्स समझ में आ गया या मेरा प्रेप आगे बढ़ गया, राइट? मुझे डाउट्स थे वो क्लियर हो गए उसमें. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई नो जीबी के भी वीडियोस हैं, कुछ कुछ मेरे वीडियो हैं, जीपी का फंडा भी उसमें है, अभी वो सब बताएंगे हम. आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग
Correct.
टू टेल यू कि जीपी का फंडा ऑफ क्वेश्चन सॉल्विंग, सो द टेक ट्रिप्स एंड टेक्निक्स दैट यू कीप लुकिंग फॉर, कि क्वेश्चन कैसे सॉल्व करे क्वांट का, you'll find it here. You want to find motivation from students who have succeeded in the past, you will find it here. You want to hear some mentors, the top mentors of India, right? Talking about how to become successful or whatever, some topics that they talk about, you will find it here. All of that you will find it here. So like he said, so let's get on to it. Why are we
Yeah,
even
surely.
describing?
Let's actually disclose it. And this is in GP's word. GP would have loved to be here. He's traveling sadly. Otherwise, he would have been a part of this session. और खुद बोल रहे होते. But we took a quote from him so that you also hear it straight from the horse's mouth. This is GP's idea. He felt that students who are prepping on their own, उनको एक ऐसा सोर्स मिलना चाहिए जिसको ट्रस्ट कर पाए. उनके लिए डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है प्रेप करना. सो वी वेंट अहेड एंड वी कोलेटेड ऑल ऑफ दिस. व्हाट डज ही स्टेट? OpenCat is a one-stop solution for all students who are preparing for CAT on their own. And we reiterate this. In case you are preparing for the first time, in case you are going to kickstart your preparation right now, we are not saying that this is going to get you there. This is going to be an eye opener. It's going to tell you CAT hota kya hai. Then you will know कि मेरे को बेस्ट कौन सी चीज में कैसा कोर्स मुझे हेल्प कर सकता है, किस टाइप ऑफ प्रेपरेशन मुझे हेल्प कर सकती है. डू आई वांट टू नो वेयर आई स्टैंड vis-a-vis अदर्स, so do I take a mock test series? Do I want in depth preparation because यहाँ पे जो है इससे मेरा कंप्लीट क्लैरिटी नहीं हो रही, बेसिक समझ आ गए पर मेरे को और इन डेप्थ चाहिए, तो मैं क्लासरूम प्रोग्राम लेता हूँ, मैं किसी सेंटर जाता हूँ, या मैं एक ऑनलाइन क्लासेस का प्रोग्राम ले लेता हूँ बिकॉज आई एम अ स्टूडेंट और आई एम अ वर्किंग प्रोफेशनल, मैं खाली शाम को कर सकता हूँ. या फिर आई मेरा सब ठीक है, मेरे एक सेक्शन में थोड़ी फटी हुई है, थोड़ा उतना अच्छा नहीं जा रहा, वन सेक्शन नीड्स इंप्रूवमेंट, कुड बी वर्बल, कुड बी डीआरआर, कुड बी क्वांट, तो मैं एक डीआरआर 1000 लेता हूँ या क्यू वीआरसी 1000 लेता हूँ, वैसा कुछ. सो द बेसिस इज one, it's not a portal turning around and stating अच्छा इसमें आओगे तो हम आपको कोर्स बेचेंगे. Nothing. We are not selling a course. This is a place where you're going to get content for free, and that content for free and going through it is going to help you understand how best to prepare for this examination, and then you will be in the best position to take a call. Also, one last thing that I'll add, we've not turned around and stated our entire course of different courses we put here. We've not done that. A classroom course material is not here, an online or night class course material is not here, VRC 1000 is not here, DLR 1000 is not here. No, we've curated content from different sources which is adequate for you to understand the basics and kickstart your preparation. Go a little deeper as well, it will help you understand, but it doesn't mean कि अच्छा मैंने इधर पैसे क्यों दिए, मैंने उधर क्यों दिए. No, not at all, nothing like that. Okay, so I hope that part is clear, and which is why GP clearly states it's a one-stop solution for all students who are prepping on their own, so that you have somebody, koi companion, koi sathi who is helping you in your preparation. That's the whole point. Your peer to peer learning, the peer is OpenCat. That's the funda. Okay. Yeah, so everybody can scan this if you want. If you scan this, you will go to a page where you can register. Once you register, you'll get your username, password, and from that you can go ahead and explore OpenCat. The link to that page has also been shared in the chat box by the team. You can go ahead and have a look at it, explore OpenCat. And what we'll do right now between Sazil and me, we'll take you through the different slides and different pages that come up on OpenCat, so that you also understand कि OpenCat में जब जाऊंगा मैं explore क्या करूँ, what are the things I can look at. For those of you who are enrolled with us, there is a dabba. There's a box in your My Zone which will also take you to OpenCat, so don't worry about it. For those who are not and want to experience it, best way to go ahead and experience it at this point in time. Yeah, Sazil, if you want to kickstart, and I'll probably jump in.
Yeah. So, chalo, let me take you through this. So, you open a open cat platform program. It opens up like the My Zone of the students who have My Zone, but the components of it are different, right? My Zone is the student portal. तो portal के form में खुलेगा, right? There is first of all a video how to use open cat platform. ये right side पे जो orange button दिख रहा है ना आपको, on the top right, black के बाजू में orange button. If you clicked on that, you will see how to use this program. So Jijo has recorded this for us, how to use this program the best. उसके अलावा let's move on to the next one. You have
Yeah,
a different
yeah, yeah.
folders: My Journey, Concept Mastery, Strategy Toolkit, Practice Hub, Expert Talk, and Advisory Hub, and so on. There are some resources below this, right? For example, the Profilizer is available as resource. So we'll come to that. We'll come
Yeah,
to
so we
that.
can
So
go into every section,
yeah,
perhaps,
now
Sazil.
we'll go into the each section. So GB, take it, My Journey से शुरू करते हैं.
Sure. So, as you can see, my journey, concept mastery, strategy toolkits. I'll take you to these three first. So let's start off with my journey. My journey mein kya hai? Yaar, it's almost like an action plan. One, what is the OpenCat program? The video is there. Understand the MBA process. I am Profilizer hai kya? What are the top B schools? What are different clusters? What are the insights into CAT and non-CAT? As you will see, a couple of videos are pending also. So we constantly are adding videos as well. Some of the sessions that we might be taking on YouTube, which we feel are relevant, and there is one stop shop where you should get it, we could add that here as well. So you will see continuously it happens. You're on mute, Sazil. You're on mute.
Sorry.
uh,
So for example, this particular video, if it's relevant, also could go into the archives, somewhere.
Absolutely.
Right. So yeah.
Similarly, a VARC diagnostic, a DLR diagnostic, a quant diagnostic. So this is almost like a journey. It kick starts as of today, day one. मेरे को पता नहीं CAT क्या है. मेरे को कोई idea नहीं. So this is ideal for probably people prepping for 25, 26, just to understand CAT है क्या. This is the
जो
place
शुरू ही
that you
कर
can
रहे हैं.
get it. Exactly.
Yeah.
24 with 3-4 months to go might not be the best place to kickstart, but it's a good place to at least understand what this exam is and whether I feel I can crack it in 4 months or not.
But even for
Yeah,
24, a few elements of this they can still go through right now. Some elements
absolutely.
might come later. For example, B school clusters, they can look at it later. But कुछ चीजें Profilizer, for example, could be checked right away. है ना?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely. Next, concept mastery. This is basically the zone where you're going to get your videos. What we've done is we've broken it up into three sections: VRC, DLR, and QA. In each of those sections, we've gone ahead and give you a week-wise methodology. So we've brought it down to 3, 4, 5 weeks that you can go ahead and prep. As you can see in VARC, these are now what are these? These are old videos. These are not videos of this year ki VARC 1000 year. No, older videos that Jijo has gone ahead recorded, which will be relevant to you at this point in time as well, but not updated totally. Why total updated to nahi de sakte at this point in time. Having said that, it's still going to be there, about 60, 70, 80% there to help you understand preparation mode kya hona chahiye, what are the elements that I can get deeper into. Similarly, for DILR, we've gone ahead and we've taken specific videos that we've conducted over the last few years and collated all of them and put them in one place. ताकि आपको week wise कुछ मिले. These are videos which have been shot over the last 4-5 years and consolidated and put in one particular place. Similarly, for QA, we've gone ahead and in QA, it's not just our own videos. We've also gone ahead and we used to have a particular small product, where we had recorded lectures which were there in QA. Which takes you across the basics of QA, not the very very intricate details of quant, but the basics of QA, just to help your basics in place. So all of that is also there. So it's basically a good place to get your basics in place. Then you need to build up on this, and the ideal way of going ahead and kicking starting that process. So that's predominantly what concept mastery, or the videos in concept masteries, entail. And finally, strategy toolkit, before Sazil comes in to take us to the next three sections. The strategy toolkit, like we keep taking strategy sessions, We took a strategy session 6 months to CAT, for 3 months to CAT. We'll take a 3 months to CAT coming up. We keep taking strategy sessions on form filling and this and that. How to analyze mocks. GP and Gijo went ahead and took a master stroke. How to analyze the verbal section. All of that and much much more, just combine and put all here. That's it. It's as simple as we've collated all of that and put it in one place. As you can see, some videos are pending, some videos are there. Videos which are pending are basically going to be sessions that we're going to be conducting with you more often than not on YouTube, and we'll just take it all together and put it in one place. So you can think of it as a one-stop solution to get different sort of playlists, which is going to go ahead and help in your preparation. Okay. Yes, Azil, over to you.
Yep. Uh, so let's
Practice
go
up.
on to Practice Hub. Let's move to Practice Hub. So Practice Hub is a place where you get free material for practice. So everyone has an access to OpenCat and hence access to the practice. So this is topic test. Topic test के अंदर topic wise the tests have been arranged, basic and advanced level tests. So people can go and take those tests. For example, मुझे arithmetic में specific problem है और arithmetic में time speed distance में problem है. तो मैं time speed distance में जाके I can take a basic test. If I want to go for an advanced test, I can go for that. So there's a practice of topic wise. Similar for RC, Parajumble and so on. Similar for DILR. That is a topic test. Mock tests के अंदर आपके सारे previous year question papers जो हम बोल रहे थे 2017 all the way to 23, those tests are present there. And then there are the third folder, which is previous year questions. Previous year questions has the previous year questions. So 1992 से 2008 वाले जो papers हैं, right, जो available papers पुराने वाले, so they are all CAT level questions. In fact, sometimes the questions level is different, the question type is different, but it's still a CAT level question. So you can actually go and practice that. So that is kept available here for everybody to use. So that's Practice Hub for your practice. Okay.
Perfect.
Let's move
So
on to the
let's move
next
on
one.
to the next section. Yeah.
Expert Talk and Advisory Hub. Now, Expert Talk will go live, but this is where the Expert Talk
Yeah.
is already live. No.
No.
So
So
Expert
we
Talk
are. Yeah.
as a section, we'll have some more material where we will keep asking anything sessions or something. So, for example, the kind of discussion we're doing right now, we could do some sessions from on there. Then there is Advisory Hub. If you see Advisory Hub, this is your advisors. So your mentors, advisors talking to you about various things. Right? For example, you see three things here. One is Achiever Speak. Now look at the top menu under Advisory Hub. There's Achiever Speak, where you have achievers. Right? So a lot of achievers across the years will give you tips, tricks, techniques, motivation. So when you need that, go to this section. Then there is MBA Guide, where mentors ke videos on various guidance. For example, the kind of thing we are doing right now, or B School's advisory or something else. All kinds of sessions will be here. You can see a specialization. The second video is about specialization, new specialization versus traditional specialization. So this gives you an overall understanding of what you need for CAT or MBA or everything in general. The third one is knowledge sessions. So whatever knowledge sessions have been recorded have been kept in that section. So this is a very, very comprehensive collection, curation of videos that you will require, and that will help you. So yeah, let's move on to the next
Yeah.
part.
So
So
just
आपने
before
देखा
we get
होगा.
into the other features, sorry for that, Sazil. Just a
Yeah.
couple students were asking, sir, मेरे को CL test series लेनी है, कोई offer है कि नहीं? I've just put it in the chat box. Olympic Games are on. CL is promoting and supporting the Indian contingent in the Olympic Games. We did the same during the World Cup when we said CL bleeds blue, and we came back home with the cup. Hopefully, we come back with double-digit gold medals this time, and it's probably the most the greatest Olympic game that India has had from a medal tally perspective. So there are specific offers going on, and they are till today. So go ahead in case some of you are interested, because you all were asking. So I've just put it in the chat box. Let's quickly keep moving on. Yeah, Sazil, over to you.
Yeah, I was just saying that if you see Profilizer हमने वहाँ भी रखा था in the first section, which was my journey, and it
Correct.
is here also. So wherever you want to access it from, please access it. But make sure you go through the Profilizer because it gives you a beautiful idea. I think GB will take you through that. But it gives a beautiful idea about मुझे क्या percentile चाहिए किस कॉलेज में जाने के लिए और मेरे लिए कितना easy, difficult या कितना strong match होगा. Yeah, so that's what I was saying.
Absolutely. So guys, there are two parts. Azil has pointed this out earlier as well, that in order to get into a top B school, दो part होते हैं. एक होता है call आना, second होता है convert करना. Call आना is like Azil pointed out and we all state, it's an elimination process. CAT is an elimination process. Eliminate होके थोड़े लोगों को call आएगा. To get that call at that point in time, basis your profile, what are the features that colleges look at? They only look at your 10, 12, undergraduation, category, gender, academic background, which is academic diversity. Only these features. Sometimes a couple of them look at work experience की कितने months है. A couple of them might look at अच्छा क्या आपने मास्टर्स भी कर लिया तो वो भी पॉइंट मेंशन कर दो कहीं, या आपने प्रोफेशनल कोर्स कर लिया वो भी पॉइंट मेंशन कर दो. Nobody looks at आपने इंटर्नशिप क्या किया है. Nobody looks at आपने कोई वॉलंटियर एनजीओ में किया है कि नहीं. Nobody looks at आपने कोई एडिशनल कोर्सेज किए कि नहीं, आपने इंटर्नशिप क्या किया. None of these things are looked at. Only the parameters I have mentioned are looked at. So what we've done is, considering all of those parameters and considering the criteria of the top colleges, we've created a very simple tool called MBA Profilizer, wherein you go ahead and fill these details. You fill in your category, gender, class 10 scores, class 12 scores, board of 10 and 12, because board के basis में भी different cutoffs होते हैं, undergraduate details. Now some of you all were saying BCA का है. Yeah, we've just followed IIM Ahmedabad criteria. IIM Ahmedabad states BCA is in AC4. AC4 में engineering लोग हैं तो वो लोग ने combine कर दिया, but they are also considering it as academic diversity. तो वो लोग ने complicate किया तो हम लोग को वो complicated चीज ही करनी है. We can't sit here and decide rules. Rules are not in our hand. Rules are made by the IMs. Rules are made by the conveners. So we have to follow their rules and we have to bring the logic, in or to the fore. So that's what we've gone ahead and done. The rules that have been created, which are out there, you can have a look at the respective IMs. You'll understand what it is. Basis that, we've gone ahead and created the tool. Fill in the details. Once you go ahead and fill in the details, you'll be able to go ahead and get your answer of which colleges you can get a call from. Second section being exam information. This is exactly what we were talking about when Sazil was talking about notification आता है हम भी अपने end से fight मारेंगे. यहाँ fight मारेंगे. My zone के अंदर you will get all information related to your exams. चाहे वो CAT हो, NMAT हो, for example JAT notification आ गया है, NMAT आएगा, कैट आज आ गया है, कैट की फॉर्म फिलिंग होगी. ये वाला जो आज सेशन ले रहे हैं आपके माई जोन में वील ऐड, बिकॉज दिस इज एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन फॉर यू. So these sort of sessions are going to be there. Yes, Azim.
By the way, NMAT हफ्ते भर में आ जाएगा
Correct.
most probably, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Less than a week maybe.
फर्स्ट एग्जाम भी होता है सीजन का, सो आई थिंक ऑलरेडी थोड़ा डिलेड ही आ ही जाना चाहिए था अभी तक, बट
हाँ.
ठीक है, आ जाएगा इन ड्यू कोर्स इन टाइम. सो दैट एंड मच मोर इज गोइंग टू बी इन दिस सेक्शन. एंड देन बी स्कूल रैंकिंग, आई विल गेट सजील टू गेट इनटू दिस बिकॉज द टीम हैज वर्कड रियली हार्ड ऑन दिस बी स्कूल रैंकिंग and they've come up with a very very interesting tool as well, which is going to help you. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so if we look at the B school ranking thing, yes Adil, do you want to take the students through what B
Yeah,
school
so
ranking?
B school ranking, by the way, तो यहाँ पे सारा information है. For example, you can see it. I am Ahmedabad, I am Bangalore, Calcutta. कौन से सिटी में है कि प्रोग्राम कौन सा है. So you have I am Ahmedabad का PGP also and FABM also and so on. I am Bangalore का business analytics course, you can see right there in the fourth line, right? Then you have average CTC, that is mean package, median package and highest package. तो ये तीनों उस कॉलेज का मेंशन्ड है whatever is available, no, and latest. So this is an updated list. Then you have the fees and hence the ROI. ROI is calculated as per the mean data, right? तो ये अपने को ROI बताएगा कि रिटर्न ऑन इन्वेस्टमेंट कितना है. उसके बगल में प्लेसमेंट रिपोर्ट जहां पे अवेलेबल है has also been posted. And then we have added this year a compare option, and this is for again for everybody. So you can compare up to 5 colleges right through this section. So ये नीचे जो आपको टेबल दिख रहा है, that is what the entire data is. It is about 130 odd colleges and programs. Apart from that, you see some 5 lists and links at the top. So you have list of B schools without the cutoff wala, right? Eligibility criteria for IITs, list of colleges where for healthcare management. More such lists will keep adding. Okay, so you'll see more such things coming up also time to time. So this is a beautiful place where people want to understand B schools,
Perfect.
or make
I think
decisions going
correct.
forward.
I think the best part about this is this comparison. Generally आपको manually करना पड़ता है. You have to look at one row, then another row, and then the 17th row, and you need to compare. अच्छा ये तीन एक साथ है तो इसमें मेरे को कहाँ जाना है? I think the fact that the tool gives you this opportunity of just comparing it just makes it brilliant, and it's commendable job done by the team. Uh, Finally, explore courses. There is a section here as well. So in case there are specific courses you all want to explore, somebody was saying, "Some test series देखना है, मेरे को DILR, मेरे को VRC देखना है." That is there. There is a course called Race to 99 Percentile as well, which we will talk about towards the end of this session. Probably going to be a complete game changer in your preparation for CAT. It's coming in less than, I think, 2 weeks, in about a week and a half to 2 weeks or so. So it's going to be a very, very important course that we're going to talk about towards the end of this video. I don't want to divulge too many details and steal anybody's thunder here at this point in time, but that's something that's going to be an exceptional course and an absolute game changer. And as you can see, टेस्ट सीरीज में जाओगे तो अंदर जाके you can get CAT टेस्ट सीरीज MBA. So you can see its totality. अगर देखे सब कुछ है. आपकी जर्नी कहाँ से शुरू होती है, बेसिक इन्फो, then videos that you can go through which will help you understand what the course is, then practice hub which is going to help you practice in terms of topic test, sectional mocks, in terms of PYQP, then B school ranking, then IM Profilizer. Then in case you feel in addition to this I need some top up in terms of a course, you can go ahead and enroll in a test series or a DLR or a VARC or a classroom or an online class or a RT90. सब कुछ है भाई, एक जगह में सब डाल दिया. All your problems in life are sorted now. Some of you all are asking, मैं classroom student हूँ, मेरे को helpful है, आपको भी helpful है. But the good part is a
मैं
lot of this already is covered for you. It is there. These are additional things. Please keep this in
yeah.
mind.
So
So it is,
I also want to take this up
yeah,
because see everything that is here. So everything important to the classroom preparation is already there in your MyZone. For example, IM Profilizer is one of them. Topic test is there. Only thing that are not there is the things which are already available in the public forum, but we've curated it in a nice way here, which is in a more usable form. So ये available तो वैसे ही होता आपको, but ये आप ढूंढने कहाँ जाते? That was the question, right? यहाँ पे
correct.
useful चीजों को रखा है, unuseful चीजों को साइड किया है, बेस्ट चीजों को उठाया गया है, and hence this is how we've curated this. So yes, it is useful. Like GB
Absolutely.
already answered that कि आपको जो चाहिए वो आपके कोर्स में तो है ही, but this is also going to be useful to you. So for example, someone wants to take a 92 से 2008 वाले क्वेश्चन पेपर्स देखने हैं मुझे, चलो अरिथमेटिक के क्वेश्चन देखने हैं मुझे, तो you can go to the tests here and take it. So it is also available. OpenCat का box is also available in your MyZone. Okay.
Correct. So the way to look at it is, think of it as a Venn diagram. Think of it as a set theory question. The universal set is all of you, the classroom students, the online classes student, night class. आप लोग के पास already ये सब कुछ है. एक छोटा सा उसके
नहीं,
अंदर सबसेट आ गया है, which is OpenCat, जिसमें एडिशनल डेटा आपके यूनिवर्सल सेट में और भी एडिशनल था, लेकिन वो अलग सोर्सेज में था. हम वाईटी पे बहुत सेशन लेते हैं, हम लास्ट 5 साल से ले रहे हैं. 1992 to 2008, like Sazil spoken about, all of you all have access to it. It is there, but it is there in 20 different sources. We wanted to make it easy for you and bring it down in one source. So if you look at the topic tests and the sectional tests in my zone, they are predominantly 92 to 2008 wale papers. So that's what it is. We've just consolidated and brought it in a nice compact manner to your home. It was already there with you. समझ आ गया?
GB, I want to take a question that Omega, which is related to this one. He's saying, why don't you do this in MyZone? अरे वो
Yeah.
MyZone में ही है. अगर तू स्टूडेंट है तो MyZone में है. So
Yeah, yeah,
chill. जो
yeah,
बच्चे स्टूडेंट्स एनरोल्ड नहीं है उनको भी
yeah.
मुझे हेल्प करना है.
Okay,
सो दिस इज अ सेपरेट
let's
प्लेटफॉर्म.
put it this way, Omega. This is a good example of marketing for you. This is a marketing thing. OpenCat is a marketing name. It's a brand name. I hope you know that,
फ्री है
अगर
बट
आप,
हाँ इट्स नॉट अ प्रोडक्ट बट
एग्जैक्टली, इट्स अ
या इट्स अ
ब्रांड
ब्रांड.
नेम, इट्स अ मार्केटिंग नेम. ओपन कैट क्लिक करके जब आप अंदर जा रहे हो, माइजोन में ही जा रहे हो. It's a brand name. It's branding. It's a crash course in branding for you before you go ahead and study marketing in one of the top B schools. Look at it from that perspective. It's not complicated for you. For all practical purposes, it is in MyZone. Okay, I hope that helps you. That goes ahead and answers the question that you had. Let's quickly keep moving in. RT99. Okay, Sazil, over to you.
Yeah, race to 99 is coming, right? We have an announcement of that also, but we'll do it here. RT99 10th or 11th August को हो रहा है. The biggest event of MBA or no or MBA prep or CAT prep, in India is RT99. Race to 99 percentile. Now, this is available to some students who have enrolled, right, for some courses, right? Others might have to buy it for a mere 99 rupees, but it's a long thing which will go on till October. So, shuru hoga August mein, first part of the event. The next phase will come in September, and the last phase will come in October. So that's how 3 phases RT99 happens. First phase and the most important phase is going to be 10th and 11th of August online. Okay, so make sure that you've registered for it. Already we've put the link in the chat, so you
Yeah.
can check that, right? So this is going to be very useful to you. राइट. अगर आपको थोड़ा सा आइडिया चाहिए, व्हाट आई डू इज we will have a video also put here, a snapshot of what we did in the previous RT99 event, the first phase that happened in April, right? We'll put it across here so that you can understand what it is and then go on to register for this. But yeah, this is very useful, and इसमें हम लोग actual CAT 2023 का slot to discuss करेंगे, उसके जुगाड़ solutions, tricks, strategies, how to approach the section, ये सब कुछ discuss होगा. And this will be taken by the top mentors in India. For example, right, 5 sessions are there on 10th and 11th. The first session will be taken by me, Sujata, Shivku, right, at the three of us maybe, and there might be a fourth speaker as well, maybe Arks might join us, right. The quant session will be taken by GP. The DLR section will be taken by GB, Gautam Bawa here, right? The verbal section will be taken by Jijo. So you are going to learn from the top mentors. And the fifth last session is going to be where all the faculty members come together to tell you what to do next. Okay, so that's how we've planned this. Big thing. So let's come to this. Registrations are on. Make sure you are there on board, because otherwise you'll be missing out on the biggest thing that happens on the CAT arena. Yeah, all right.
Absolutely. I think, this is like WrestleMania in WWE, or the
Absolutely.
ODI
Yeah.
cricket World Cup in cricket. I don't know how you want to put it, but it's exactly that. Or Olympics in sports, right? Olympics are going on. It's the biggest event that happens.
तो
That's
जो लोग सीरियसली
exactly what
मेजर
it is.
लीग्स में है ना, वो लोग होने चाहिए वहां पे.
Absolutely. There are no two ways about it. Just one added thing that I'm going to talk about is registration compulsory. Even if you're a classroom student or an online class student,
Yeah.
it is a part of your course, but you have to register. Without registering, you will not get the link. So register
एंड वन
करना है.
मोर
My
थिंग,
zone में ही है.
दो
Yeah.
दो चीज मैं भूल गया था, आपने, थैंक यू फॉर एडिंग दैट. एक तो वो है, एंड सेकंड, द नो रिकॉर्डिंग विल बी अवेलेबल
Yeah. Very important.
एनीवेयर टू
So if you
एनीवन.
miss it for whatever reason, you're not getting it. You're not getting it. Also, please keep it in mind. Third thing which I'm going to bring in, which is it is divided into two phases. 10th and 11th ko online hai. After that, over the course of the next month and a half, we are traveling to multiple locations and taking it offline. And guess what? The online session and the offline session are different. So you get two unique sessions. You get two unique sessions. ये नहीं मैंने online attend कर दिया तो offline नहीं करना, या मैं offline कर रहा हूँ तो online नहीं करना. No, attend both. Absolutely attend both. There are two unique sessions. Don't miss out on any of them. Register for it today, because if you fail to register, you don't get the link. If you register and fail to attend, you miss the session. So please keep this in mind. Trust me, every year, we keep stating 610 plus 99 percentiles है हमारे. Last year भी थे. उस 610 में minimum 605 ने रेस टू 99 percentile attend किया. इसकी मैं गारंटी देता हूँ लिख के साइन करके. Do not miss it. It is going to be an absolute game changer. It's very, very important for you. Actual CAT paper जो आया उसको solve करेंगे and showcase to you what is the best way of doing it along with sharing strategy. ठीक है? I think we've covered that between Sazila and me. We can't drive home this point, any further. I hope it's very, very clear. DLR 1000, I've already gone ahead and spent a little bit of time on what this course is. This is what this entire course looks like. It's broken up into multiple subsections. DI के ऊपर वीडियोस होंगे, LR पे होंगे, लॉजिक बेस्ड DI रीजनिंग पे होंगे, लाइव सेशंस होंगे, सेक्शनल टेस्ट होंगे, मॉड्यूल टेस्ट होंगे, सब कुछ होगा अंडर द सन. And the first phase releases tomorrow. So if you've not enrolled and you feel you need additional help in DLR, enroll today so that from tomorrow you get all your services. Okay. VRC 1000, the god Jijo. It is VRC 1000 by Jijo. I hope all of you all are aware. Every year we get thousands of students. There are already 3,000 odd students who enrolled for this year. And last year there were hundreds who scored above 95 percentile only through this course. So once again, please ensure that you go through this leap methodology that he has gone ahead and put out there. Enroll in it if you haven't already. If you already enrolled, I'm sure you all are reaping humongous benefits out of it already. So
Yeah.
those are the
There's
courses. Yeah.
there's a quick question that should be taken up. Where to register for All India Mock? Right.
Sure.
We'll try to put a link here, but till then on the website, please look for the test series section, and in that, the open mock 2. This is the open CDC 2. So there are 4 open mocks that we've planned. This is the second one, and it's the most important one because notification is out. This is a milestone time to prepare, right, and check
Absolutely.
yourself. So you were saying something. Sorry, GB.
Yeah. No, exactly this. I'm saying the team will go ahead and put it out here right now. The link to register for the open mock. So just go ahead.
Here it
We are
is.
calling it Open CDC. We could call it All India Open Mock. Farak nahi hai. I'm quite sure today you all saw it in the newspaper as well, right below the CAT notification. You would have seen this where we've gone ahead and spoken about this. So nice, sweet place to be in. Moving ahead, the questions related to profile, I've already delved into it. I don't want to get deeper into it. Is my profile good enough? What cat percentile do I need to get a call from my dream IM? Can I get call from IM Ahmedabad or Bangalore with the percentile that I have? All of those questions and much much more, they get answered through the MBA Profilizer that we have. I've already spoken about this. What are the criteria that the B schools look at? They look at your academic performance, they look at your work experience, they look at your cat score, they look at your gender, they look at your category, they look at your academic diversity, if you've done it from a different background. All of those parameters are taken into consideration, and on the basis of that, you'll be able to go ahead and fill the Profilizer. I've already showcased this screenshot to you earlier and told you how you can go ahead and fill it. I don't want to delve deeper into it. No point reiterating things. Golden word should not be repeated, as they state, but you can go ahead and fill it up and you get all your answers in one place. In case at any point in time you feel nahi yaar mere ko nahi lagta ये सही है, कुछ और होना चाहिए, we are open to feedback. We always want feedback, because our objective is to make this as easy and as friendly for you as possible. उस try में, उस objective में, even we are humans, we could have made one error here or there, right? It's possible. Do give your feedback. If you feel कुछ हमें change करना चाहिए, we'll surely look into it and it will be immediately changed. But this is updated for the 2024 season. It is updated with the new criteria that all the top colleges have come out there. In case newer criteria comes or some more changes come, we will keep updating it as we go forward. Okay, so I think this kind of covers MBA Profilizer in totality. Anything you would like to add, Cecile, to the Profilizer?
No, I think we've done it. We've done the thing.
Perfect. And as I stated, we want your feedback. We always want your feedback. If you feel there's something additional we could add, our objective behind bringing in OpenCat was to help all of those who are preparing on their own and feel, yaar, mere ko pata nahi, I get confused. To ek jagah pe aao kar lo. But I will want to reiterate, because a lot of people are saying, sir, OpenCat si ho jayega. We are not stating OpenCat kar loge 99 aa jayega. No, we are not stating that. But OpenCat kar loge, you will understand what CAT is. You will understand the methodology to kickstart your preparation. You will understand the basics of CAT. If you feel
And
you
you
need
get a
to
lot
build
of free
upon that,
material.
you
Ah,
get a lot of free material practice. And if you feel you need to build up on that, accordingly choose a course and do it. If you're not enrolled with CL, you're enrolled with some other coaching institute, great place to go ahead and explore. You might ideally want to look at another test series. We always tell students, look at least 1 to 2 test series that you enroll in, so that you get multiple flavor. You might want to look at a CL test series, but this is going to be a good place for you to experience what CL brings to the table, what are the different videos, get your concepts cleared. And do keep following our YouTube channel. I'm sure all of you all have seen a lot of activity comes there. We come to you live twice a day, take a lot of sessions with you, and just want to take this opportunity to thank all of you and thank our entire team who worked tirelessly, all night, and especially this morning, the moment the notification came out, to get all of this ready for you and ensure we come with a power pack compact session where we cover everything in a matter of 3 to 4 hours of the newspaper hitting our homes.
in fact,
Sazil, last words.
on
Yeah.
that exact note, I am just putting a link on the chat. It's an Instagram link. Look at the beautiful video that the team has put up, very recently. So I request. Oh, I'm not able to post a link, I guess. So that's okay.
No, yeah,
Check out on the
the link goes
Instagram
for there.
page.
Yeah,
हाँ,
correct.
Instagram page पे check कर लीजिए and you will see beautiful notification related video that has come out
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
it's
Two
it's
minutes,
it's
five
lovely.
minutes back.
Go ahead and have a look at it. And just to reiterate, the two things that you all should be looking at: number one, open mock CTC. It starts from the 3rd of August. It's an online mock, and the best part is you will take it in 3 slots, in the 3 cat slots. It's open
हाँ,
for a period of 10 days. I think it's open till the 12th of August,
12th.
but only
And
till
on
evening
12th, we will have the live
analysis.
analysis. You,
Yeah,
I, and GP, and all of us, Gijo, will come
correct.
together and do it. Right?
Absolutely.
A quick mention here. Guys, understand the chronology समझिए अमित शाह के words में. ठीक है. आज संडे है, आज नोटिफिकेशन है. Next Sunday, you have Open CDC2. The Sunday after, you have RT99. We are all geared to prep you if you are ready to do that, ready to
Absolutely.
accept it.
You
You
need
know?
to work hard as well. We are working hard as well, and we're bringing newer and newer things to you. So do
Yep.
ensure register for the open mock. If you're enrolled with us already in a program which includes test series, this is a part of your program. You don't even need to register. Registration for the open mock is only for those who have not enrolled. RT99, everybody has to register. To your right hand side, raise to 99. You are, it's a part of your course. If you're a classroom or an online class student, still you have to register. The link has been shared in the chat box multiple times. It will be there in the pinned comment to this video on YouTube as well. Okay. हैविंग सेड दैट, ये वीडियो तो यूट्यूब पे मिल जाएगा, RT99 का वीडियो कहीं नहीं मिलेगा, वो आपको बाद में नहीं मिलेगा, कोई उस पर पिंड कमेंट नहीं होगा. सो रजिस्टर एंड अटेंड,
Right.
एंड दैट्स इट फ्रॉम
Great.
आवर
I
एंड.
think we've done a lot of powerful packed session. I wish the students all the best before we go into the Q&A remaining. But guys, use the time, consistent effort from here next 3 months. That's all that is required. 4 महीने बचे हैं, but I'm saying 3 months का consistent effort, taking mocks diligently, analyzing those mocks diligently, and going back to the chapters or the topics. Right, that is the key to your prep for these 3 months. We are here to help you wherever required. Please feel free to reach out. All right.
Absolutely.
With that, yeah.
Yeah, let's take a couple of questions, Sazil. Saurav is saying, one more question at GB. I've done BCA and MCA. Will I be able to register my marks for MCA? Yes, you will. You will be able to do both. Kushal is saying, sir, I'm part of the mock test series. Then do I need to pay for RT99? Please
uh,
answer.
yeah, I will take this up. If
Yeah,
you are a part of the comprehensive, there are different kinds of test series. If there's a comprehensive test series, then daily dose, RT99, etc. is included. If there is another variant of test series where none of these is
that is
included,
included.
then you might have to pay and register.
Yeah.
So please
So,
check which course you are in. You can
yeah.
reach out to support@careerlauncher.com in case you are not able to figure this out yourself.
But you can figure it out yourself as well. Come on. This is
Yeah,
a
you can. You
simple
can.
thing you should be able to figure out, guys.
अगर आपके
So
कोर्स में
do
डेली
check
डोज
that.
एक्टिव है ना, तो आरटी नाइनटी
Bas.
नाइन आपके लिए अवेलेबल है. अगर डेली
हो
डोज
गया.
एक्टिव नहीं है ना, इफ यू नॉट परचेज इट सेपरेटली, तो आरटी नाइनटी नाइन परचेज करना पड़ेगा.
हो गया. Simple reasoning. you know our extracurricular activities helpful in interviews and selections. They are helpful in interviews and selection, but they're not helpful in getting a shortlist for the interview or selection. So don't get confused. Could you provide an expected score versus percentile for cat 24? We've done so many sessions where we've done that. You look at all of our CDC mock analysis, we've done that. You look at the 6 months to cat session that Sazil and I took, we've done that. Please go to our YouTube channel and you'll get it in some
It
15
is
videos, if
actually
not
very
more.
detailed one with sectional percentile and scores mapped on the basis of cat 23, right? So
Yeah.
that's how we've done that. Yeah.
Perfect. So my final year examination is in July 25, but IIM's eligibility is that your final year examination should be completed on or before 31st June. Am I eligible? See, that's slightly tricky because you're absolutely right. You should have been a graduate by the time you join the college. Now the college starts in the last week of June. अगर आपका फाइनल एग्जाम ही 31st जुलाई को, then the college, the B school has started before you have graduated. Hence, you do not fit into the criteria of graduated before joining the B school. So that's the problem.
But one thing
Yeah,
to add
that's
here,
it. Yeah,
one thing to add here, in case the college starts after July,
yeah,
right, they should not have a problem because तब
correct.
आपको provisional certificate मिल जाएगा,
Yes,
right?
absolutely right.
Right?
But if the
Okay.
college starts after July, if the college starting in June, तब नहीं
नहीं
होगा. So please keep that in mind.
नहीं होगा. Correct, correct, correct. So
Um,
coming, I will take up Tushar's question. Right, sir, if a
yeah,
student misses daily dose, why is it locked forever? Tushar, this is a feature, not a bug. Please understand, it is meant to be closed in that day. So अगर 3 a.m. को the test goes live, 12 midnight ko the test goes off. It is locked, right? The purpose of this is so that the student doesn't miss taking the test, so that the student ends up working on all the subjects. Suppose for example, मैं अगर 3 दिन तक एक कॉन्ट के चैप्टर लेके बैठा हूं और मैं जूझ रहा हूं, I'm completely not able to move out of that quant chapter, a tough chapter I've taken up for 3 days apart from my work or college. Now I'm not able to work on VA and RC in that time period. My 10-minute, 15-minute daily dose effort, or maybe with analysis 20 minutes, 25 minutes of daily dose effort takes care of my verbal, which is done on a daily basis. So one day VA, one day RC. Similarly, vice versa. So it is meant to be that way. Okay. So please make sure that you take it.
hey
You feel
Kushal, yes.
guilty, I understand. To not feel guilty, you must make sure. मैं आप इसमें एक चीट कोड भी है, बट मैं नहीं शेयर करने वाला वो चीट कोड. आईजीबी तुम भी मत करना. ठीक है.
For
Let the
sure.
students figure out.
Yeah. Hey Kushal, obviously I do remember you. Great to know that you remember me. I'm unhappy that you're here again. I always prefer that my students have made it and you're here as an alum stating I'm in a B school. So this year let's fight hard and ensure that you get into a top B school so that next year you're attending a session like this as an alum from a B school. Mahi is asking a question which is I had a back in a couple of questions in my UG or in a couple of exams in UG in December. What should I add in my completion year? I think it's a very important question. The whole point is what will be written as your completion year in the certificate you get from your college. that has to be the completion year you write here, because hypothetically say आप completion year लिख दो 2024, लेकिन जो सर्टिफिकेट कॉलेज से मिलेगा which you will give to your B school उसमें 25 लिखा है, तो प्रॉब्लम है. सिमिलरली आप 25 लिख दो और सर्टिफिकेट जो आपको कॉलेज से मिलेगा उसमें 24 लिखा है, प्रॉब्लम है. फाइंड आउट फ्रॉम योर रिस्पेक्टिव कॉलेज दैट इन द सर्टिफिकेट व्हाट विल बी मेंशन्ड. द सेम थिंग नीड्स टू बी पुट इनटू द कैट फॉर्म, because anything you need to put into the cat form has to be backed up with data and proof. So I can't tell you what that proof will be. You'll need to check with your college. I hope that answers it for you. Okay. um, Perfect. I am a CL student. Should I take DILR or VRC 1000? You have to take that call.
I've
Oh,
just
you just
answered that in
answered
the
it.
chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So you should take that call, Ishita. Again, the objective of the course is not कि एक बंदा already कोई course ले चुका है उसको बोलो और top up ले. No, not at all. Ideally your basics should be in place. You should be confident enough. Hopefully you're scoring decently in your mocks, or you at least know the methodology of improving your marks and getting there. If all of that is there, don't look at this course. In case you still feel nahi mere ko aur thodi help chahiye, then if you want mere ko aur thodi help chahiye, this is the ideal place to go to. But only if that is the question in your mind. I need some more help, I need something more concrete, I need some more practice, then look at it. Otherwise don't. Okay. I think we've answered a hell lot of questions. I think we've answered more or less everything that came up there.
Well, power pack where we've covered a lot of areas
A
today
lot.
in the
काफी
questions.
काफी लंबा चौड़ा सेशन भी हो गया, and I actually thought it'll go longer, so I think we've done good on time. ओलंपिक्स है यार, इंडिया के दो चार मैचेस वैचेस देख लो, थोड़ा सपोर्ट कर लो, बट अब प्रेपरेशन के लिए भी सीरियस हो जाओ. Less than 4 months to go, as Sazil stated. Every single day is very, very important. Every single hour is very important. Please ensure you're going out there, putting your best foot forward, and please ensure every time you're writing a mock, every time you're watching something, you're analyzing. Over the course of the next 4 months, you will have off days. Over the course of the next 4 months, you will have 5 mocks, 8 mocks, which will go poorly. Do not worry. You are a normal human being. सचिन तेंदुलकर भी जीरो पे आउट होता था. इनफैक्ट मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ जीरोज है उसके पास. एक रीजन उसका जो था कि उसके पास मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ जीरो एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम तक थे, बिकॉज मैक्सिमम इनिंग्स उसने खेली थी. मैक्सिमम मॉक्स आप लिखोगे ऑटोमेटिकली वो होगा. But analyzing, coming back from it stronger, going ahead and scoring the maximum centuries also, then goes to that same person. And the same thing you need to go ahead and do. You have to have a Mamba mentality when you are going ahead and prepping. I am the best version of myself when I write the exam. In that exam, if I can't do something, nobody can do it. Outside the exam hall, I'm as humble as I can be. Have that methodology, have that mentality, and I'm sure you'll go ahead and do well. One last question, Cecile, for you before your closing remarks. I think the question has come up. I gave my CAT
Mhm.
exam in, sorry, I will give my CAT exam is 25, I think is what he's stating. But my
Yeah,
final
correct.
semester will be over in 26.
तो
Not
फाइनल
an issue.
सेमेस्टर 26 में खत्म हो रहा है, तो कैट 25 इज द राइट वन. स्टार्ट
Right.
प्रिपेयरिंग, मोहित. It is the right time to start preparing for cat 25. In fact, people start, no, your competition has started preparing around March, April, May earliest, right? So now we are in July, so this is the right time to, begin,
Perfect.
if
एक
not
last
begun
question ले
already.
लेते हैं सजील, किरण का. I am starting my preparation now. What strategy should be followed for the rest of the days? How to cover? How many mocks to take? If you want to kickstart, I'll come in and then we can close it.
So first of all, try and cover most of the subjects on a daily basis. Not all. I'm not saying all. So that's one thing. मैंने पहले तो बोला, my at this period, my key thing is you're just starting your preparation. There are two parallel tracks. One is a prep track and one is a testing track. Okay, though both go parallel to each other from right in the beginning. So for example, start taking mocks on one side, start attempting them, start analyzing them, and so on and so forth. On the other side, you keep your preparation on. Now while you're writing mocks, if you not finish your syllabus, that's okay. You can take up what questions you understand, what you think you know, what you can do by jugaad, by logic, by options, whatever way. You have to figure out how to answer. It's not important to know maths. That's a part of the game. मैथ्स आएगा तो क्वेश्चंस के आंसर कर पाओगे, बट नहीं आएगा तो भी कुछ क्वेश्चंस के आंसर तो फिर भी कर पाओगे. तो फिगर आउट करो. दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू नीड टू फिगर आउट, राइट? सो दैट्स वन पार्ट. टेस्ट दो, टेस्ट एनालाइज करो. दूसरा है प्रिपरेशन करो. नाउ हाउ टू कवर पोर्शंस. फॉर एग्जांपल, क्वांट में we know that algebra and arithmetic make up for the 70% of the course. Start with algebra and arithmetic as a course, अगर अभी शुरू कर रहे हो तो. राइट? सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर नॉट टेकिंग, डोंट गेट ओवरवेल्म्ड बाय कि इतना कोर्स है कैसे करूंगा. यू स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट स्टेप. वो बोला है ना कि मैं सारी सीढ़ियां देखूंगा, 4 फ्लोर चढ़ना है तो नहीं हो पाएगा, बट एक सीढ़ी देखूंगा कि मुझे एक चढ़नी है, उसके बाद मेरे को एक और देखनी है. दैट वे इफ यू डू, इट विल हैपन. सेकेंडली, वर्बल में यू हैव टू डू रीडिंग, right? So start doing reading practice, start doing RCs. 3 to 4 RCs a day तो minimum होना ही चाहिए, right? For someone who's starting off, it should be 4 to 5, but go, let's say 15-20 days down, you can go there. But 3 RC 4 RC तो करो, right? उतना तो try करो ही करो. सही गलत हो is not important. Same way as DILR में भी sets करना important है, सही गलत होना important नहीं है. सही नहीं हो रहा है लेकिन मैं सेट्स करूंगा, राइट? फिर सोल्यूशन देखूंगा, फिर खुद ट्राई करूंगा, फिर दूसरा सेट करूंगा, नहीं होगा तो चलेगा, राइट? सो दैट्स अ क्विक माय
Perfect. I
थिंग.
think spot on. I'll just add on to that. For some of y'all, just be very very clear. अभी मैं start कर रहा हूँ quant में arithmetic algebra चाहिए. DLR में what are important arrangements है, important table, bar chart, pie chart, Venn diagrams, games and tournament, ये basics मेरे पास होने चाहिए. Verbal में RC I should be comfortable with. Verbal logic में para jumble, para completion, para summary I should be comfortable. ये है आपका फंडा. This is the syllabus. This is the course. Either you turn around and state, because I'm starting now, I get into a full-fledged course for preparation, or the ideal way to look at it is when I'm breaking it down, can I get courses specific to each section? So for somebody like you, a DLR 1000, a VRC 1000, a QA 1000 might be an ideal thing. In terms of preparation, Sazil has pointed out, in terms of course, I wanted to add this might go ahead and help you along with test series. That's the funda. One last question which Kiran has gone ahead and spoken about, sorry, not Kiran, Tushar has spoken about, which is my marks are varying around 95, need a little guidance based on data I've collected. Between Sazil and me and the entire CL team, we're actually going ahead and creating a toppers batch very, very soon over the course of the next 2 weeks. A Pan India toppers batch which will be created, and we will go ahead and there'll be all your mentors from Pan India added to it. There'll be specific sessions for expected toppers basis your performance in mocks. So two things I want to add here. Number one, ensure you've written adequate number of mocks and scored above 90 percentile in at least 2-3 of them if you're general category, above 85 in 2-3 of them if you're OBC, above 75 in 2-3 of them if you're SC/ST to be eligible for this group. If you're eligible for this group, you get all of these features of mentorship and all, which we will take with the group 3:1, 5:1, 10:1, and so on and so forth, or the total group, give you additional sessions and mentorship, because we expect that you can get a call and we'll help you a little in that direction. So that will be answered as a part of it. So please do ensure you're writing adequate number of mocks so that you can be a part of this toppers group, and automatically
Okay,
this question will be answered.
right, right, GB. I'll take the 10th last question.
Yeah.
So
इसको
Rahul is
फाइनल लास्ट
asking,
बोल रहे हैं.
final
हाँ.
last. Okay, final question. So, does internship count as work experience in CAT application? No, internship अगर full time नहीं है, post. So, I'll tell you what WorkX is, right? WorkX तब गिना जाता है जब वो after graduation हो, full time हो और paid हो. Then it is work experience. In my opinion, these three things should take care of themselves. Whether you are in entrepreneurship or your father's business or something else, even if you're a freelancer, if it is after graduation, full time and paid, it is work experience. Otherwise, it is not.
Spot on. That's about it from us, guys. I think we've answered a hell lot of questions. Do go ahead, have a look at the video again. Do give your feedback on OpenCat, on the Profilizer and stuff like that. We'll have we'll be happy to go ahead and take your feedback. Let it be a positive, spirited feedback. The team has worked really hard. Anything that you feel that we can go ahead and improve, we'll surely love to look at that. But I'd also appreciate that you go ahead and I loved it in the chat box. So many students appreciated the effort. They were like, "Thanks a lot, CL. Thanks for bringing this." And I love the kind of feedback that you all gave us. It's it really motivates all of us. Do go ahead, reply in the chat box, reply below this video in comments if you want something else, if you feel that this session was helpful, you want more sessions like this. But we'll officially take this as the last question that we've done. Thanks a lot from both of us and the entire CL
You're
team.
welcome.
All the very
Yeah,
best.
and all of you to saying thanks, Shadow. Great. This makes us happy. So yeah,
Absolutely.
thank you so much for being a wonderful audience, and wish you all the best.
Bye bye, see ya. Thank you, everybody.